Munieka here. I'm a 4-year graduate of psychology and I do psychological talk and lifestyle. If you're very new in here, welcome. I'm glad we found each other. Hi guys, it's Munieka here. I'm a 4-year graduate of psychology and I do psychological talk and lifestyle. If you're very new in here, welcome. I'm glad we found each other.
Everybody shake your body. Everybody shake your body. Everybody shake your body. People on the floor, just another funky beat. Everybody move your feet. New York on the floor. Party people on the floor, just another funky beat. Everybody move your feet. New York on the floor is music.
In my dreams, I would never let you go. Why does this have to be a fantasy? Make our love become reality. Oh, I'm praying for the day to come when we'll be joined together, close and strong.
Mega love shout out everyone! It's a beautiful Friday evening here, broadcasting live all the way from the Queen City of the South, Cebu City. We are officially at 8:36 in the evening, and we are on our Straight Talk Friday. How can spending too much time together in a relationship would ruin? If it ruins the relationship, is spending too much time together. I hope you guys are enjoying our evening, our Friday evening in here. We have our friends in here. Mega love shout out everyone. Humble Barista, mega love shout out to you. Skip ng harang. Loko-loko to mega love shout out to you. Humble Barista. We have Casey the Explorer all the way from Macau. Mega love shout out to you as well. Maria Charina Fredinog all the way from Norway. Mega love shout out to you. Alright, Casey the Explorer, ambag ka naman, harang maagap. Oo nga, chika nga kayo dyan. Ano ba kayo? Diba? Alright, Casey, your premiere is already on my pin section right now. Ayan, ba naman ang premiere? Alright. Ikaw na ambag ha. Mga loko-loko talaga kayo. Lang hiya kaya. Ayan, anyway, good evening to all. Sandali lang. Alright! Good evening once again, everyone. It's a beautiful Friday evening in here. And we are on our episode 8 for the Straight Talk Friday. This is a requested topic for the evening regarding relationships that are actually too much spending time for each other and the possibility of getting ruin a relationship while spending too much time together. All right? Mega love shoutout din sa isa pa nating kaibigan. Kakapasok lang. We have Lady Shy. Good evening to you. And if you are from different parts of the world right now, good morning and good afternoon as well. But since we are in the Philippines, the greetings are all coming from here. Good evening to all of you. And to our friends na nakabidyo dyan, maraming salamat. And good evening as well. Okay, mag-duster ka, one time Nika challenge. Talaga? Sige, gawin natin yan. Wait. Pag mag-duster ba ako, carry lang naman. Pero dapat pa-jump, di ba Duster Friday? Dapat hindi dapat it's gonna be a Duster Friday. Hindi naman siya straight talk Friday. Para duster, mag-duster din kayo dyan. Ayan, Humble, kaya mo bang mag-duster? Pag nagda-duster ba ako dito, magda-duster ka din? Carry lang ba? Kasi okay lang naman sa akin. Pag nagda-duster ako, wala niyo namang pag-iibang yun. Diba? Nagda-duster, tingnan natin si Casey. Pag si Casey magda-duster kaya to, parang hindi to magda-duster masyadong maarte to Ano to beauty queen. And beauty queen doesn't wear duster, right? I don't know. We'll see. Tingnan natin kung magda-duster ba si Casey. Pero parang magda-duster naman natin si Casey. Pag hindi naman, we'll see. Regular Janet din sa ating kaibigan kakamasok lang na very gorgeous all the way from Malaysia. My second level member, Desire TV. Hi, Nika Jowa. Daan mo na ha. Alright, no problem. No worries. Thank you so much sa pagdaan. Maraming salamat. And maraming salamat sa mga tumusok natin dyan for the evening. Before we are going to start, we are going to says greetings in here muna ha. Para naman mas maganda yung gabi to start the greetings with. Alright? We have another friend we have in here. Just came in. Mega love shout out. Tribo, 11 vlogger, ang napakagwapo nating kaibigan all the way from Hong Kong. Ayan, Tribo, HK11 vlogger. Thumbs up, maraming salamat sa mga pag-thumbs up natin dyan. It is once again a beautiful Friday evening to everyone, to all of you. Maraming salamat sa pagpunta. Another one all the way from Brazil, our friend in here, Guilherme working 003, all the way from Brazil. Thank you so much for coming. How are you all doing for the evening? Sana naman, okay naman yung gabi nyo. I hope you guys are having a very beautiful and straight talk Friday in here, so we can talk it later on how things are going for the relationship when it's being spent too much. Gaano ba ka talaga kaseryoso, and what are the advantages and disadvantages? More so on the disadvantages on the relationship being ruined if we spend too much time. Alam mo yung we are spending too much time doon sa relationship na to a point wherein wala ka ng time sa sarili mo for you to decide and to think for your own because you're truly much dependent to the relationship. And that's we are going to talk about that for the evening, right? Kasi pag may mga tanong naman kayo, we are going to give clarity to that as well, alright? Mismo, ikaw na host, bakit? Bakit mismo ako? Bakit ako naging ako? Bakit ikaw na host? Ba't ganon? Alright? Casey Daycor, hindi ko alam kung may makaka-relate ba si Casey Daycor nito because Casey is still single and not in a relationship. So that we don't know yet. If Casey can relate to this thing, but anyhow, pag nakaka-relate naman kayo, and if you have any questions later on, we are going to talk about it, alright? One by one, para naman maintindihan ng lahat on how things are really going in some relationships or in a relationship in general. Para mas maganda, di ba? Alright, thumbs up down sa pin host. Maraming salamat. That's Casey the Explorer. Tribo, magbakas ka if you are not connected to Casey. Kapag hindi mo pa kadikitan si Casey, para mabalikan ka, maglagay ka lang ng hashtag Nika para mabalikan ka right away for Casey the Explorer. Alright? Sino pa ba nandito for tonight? We have 11 beautiful souls we have in here tonight. Thank you so much for coming. And another friend we have in here all the way from Norway, Oli Fredenog, Nika. Thank you so much for you guys. Thank you so much for coming. Maraming salamat. And It is really, really a beautiful Friday evening. To be honest, in here, medyo mainit siya, pero it's still a good one. It's still a very good Friday in here. That I'm very much enjoying the day. And my day has been so, so good. Oh my God. Full of laughter, full of happiness and all that. My day has been very, very good. And kumusta naman yung araw nyo? Are your days really doing well? Doing fine? Doing great? You know, pwede nyo namang sabihin, hindi naman kayo mga pipi, di ba? Mas maganda if you're gonna share it with me so we can talk about it, di ba? Guilherme working working 003. How is Brazil right now? How is Brazil? Kumusta naman yung Brazil at this very moment of time? I hope okay lang naman ang Brazil, di ba? Kasi I'm not quite sure with the latest information with Brazil, but I hope it's also doing well. At the moment, we are on the current lockdown here, specifically in the FIL-AM in Cebu City. So, medyo konting, you know what I mean, alright? Ayan, mega love shoutout din with our other friend in here. Na-miss ko to, ang tagal na to hindi nakabisita. But, thank you so much for coming. Lady M, Sullivan, USA, all the way from United States of America. Diba? Maraming salamat. Maraming salamat sa naglaro ng aking harang. And sa mga nag-thumbs up, my sincerest thank you to all of you guys. Maraming salamat. Mega love shoutout everyone from Lady M, Sullivan, USA. Ayan, if you wanted to make friends with everyone in here, pwede nyo po. In my description box in there, I have series of members that you can make friends. Just put #Nika69 so they can go back to you, alright? Dito din naman, my second level membership, dito binababa ni Nightbot every 5 minutes po yan. If you haven't been connected to them, please do connect to them. Just put Nika69 so they can go back to you and you can make friends with them. Let's expand our network. If you wanted to expand one, please do connect to all of them, alright? Nakapagbayad ka na humble. Oo, Tribo, tagal na akong dikat. Alright, that's very, very good. Ay, nakapagbayad. Humble, akala ko ba piso net yung gamit mo? Hindi ba? Ayan, Nika, how are you? From Guilherme, working 003. I am very fine. I am happy and I'm doing well so far. And despite of all the challenges that's happening in the country, it's still doing great so far. And thank you so much for asking as well, alright? Na-busy ang Lola Misisi at pasukan na kasi, kaya maaga ang gising. Mostly late na ako nagigising. Kaya di makakapunta sa LS mo. That's okay. That's very, very much fine, Sisi. Whenever you have time, di ba? And if you ever makipagtsikahan lang naman tayo dito. Whenever you have time, and whenever you wanted to spend the time with me, then you are pretty much welcome in here. But anyway, thank you so much for tonight, for coming. Pwede din naman kayo makipagkulitan sa akin dito, alright? You know, it's a beautiful Straight Talk Friday in here tonight, so we can always talk anything under the sun in here, and let us just enjoy the evening with full of educational stuff that we can discuss in here. We will always have a learning every time we are going to end the live streaming. Alright? Kumusta? Talaga, Guilherme, things are fine. That's very, very good, you know? Not all are feeling the same way we have at the moment, but I hope things are gonna get better soon. All right, you know, we can't. This is pretty much unpredictable, but I just hope that one day this is just all gonna be over. All right. Oo, mas maganda kasi, di ba? If you are trying to see the other side of the story, di ba? You know, these are just part of it. Hindi naman, it's not all the time we are gonna be feeling so great. Sometimes there are just things that are way out of our control. And we just have to live by it, alright? Sabi ni Humble here, yung kapitbahay, talaga, ang bait naman ng kapitbahay nyo. Hanap nga ako ng kapitbahay na magbibigay ng internet access para hindi na ako magbabayad dito, di ba? Ang hirap pag monthly thing. Ang hirap pag monthly kasi masyadong mabigat. Sa dami ba namang babayarin, may additional bayad pa, loka to. Oh my God! Mm. Yes, I hope you are also enjoying your Friday in there. Wala namang nightlife kasi, di ba? So, to some of our friends who likes nightlife is not our friend for this. It's not our friend this time around. And, I think that's just how the life goes right now. So, we just have to live by it. Pag may mga nightlife na naman na coming on, then pwede naman tayong umalis, di ba? Pwede mag-promote ng LS Sports Night. Sisi, yes, baba mo lang, Sisi. May whenever you have jacket, you can always, pwede nyo ibaba yung bahay nyo. You can always drop down your house in here if may jacket na kayo. So, wala nang problema natin dyan. Ipasok na natin yan. Pwede nyo ibaba yung mga bahay-bahay. Kabahayan nyo dyan. Para naman, pwede nating matusok here. Sige na, ibaba mo na para maunahan ka na rin. Alright? Ayan, on my pin section right now, Boy Namano, KZ The Explorer, premiere po. And if you have not connected with that, pwede nyo pong i-connect para naman mabalikan kayo. Alos yung Nika kasi napasok sa'yo sa akin, puro labas. Ayos lang yan, Nika. Kasi may napasok sa'yo. Sa akin, puro labas. Ano yung napasok sa akin? Uy, wala akong napasok. Oo. Hindi, walang pasok-pasok na yun. Bawal. Diba? Ayan, nagbababa po ng bahay ang ating kaibigan all the way from United States of America. Ang ating Lady M sa Live on USA. If you can, patusok naman po, please. Ayan, Sisi, tusokin ko na, Sisi, ha? Alright. Tusokin ko na, Sisi. Lady M Sullivan. Alright. Sisi, kumusta naman ang United States of America? May mga... Do we have new updates in the United States of America right now? Or wala? Napasok na pera, sa akin wala. Puro labas. Wala pa? Akala ko ba Monica na? Akala ko humble Monica na. Talaga? I was expecting na Monica na. Paano mo? Dapat may pumasok na, di ba? Mangungutang ng ako, Diyos ko, Rudy. Oy, madami mga pera mga tao dyan. Mangutang ka na dyan. Hala, all. Diba? So, anong nana all? Oh. Bakit sana all, Casey? Mangutang ka kay Casey. Madaming pera yan, Humble. Humble, alam mo ba? Ang daming pera ni Casey. Ano yan? Isa yan sa mga elite member ng Macau. Subukan mo. Hingan mo ng pera yan. Padala yan. Papadala ng Western Union yan. Pasok sa bangka yan. Promise. Okay naman, pero some states mukhang magbabalik ang face mask. That's true. Kasi dito masyadong strict na din eh. We have in here we have a lockdown right now and it's been going for almost a week now. And hindi ko alam kung mag-okay pa siya in few more weeks, but it is really hassle. Grabe. Ang hassle talaga. Grabe ang hassle. I'm not really going out either eh. Kasi ang hirap pag lumabas kasi meron na namang checkpoints and all that, and much requirements are needed, and we'll see if kakayanin. Money na. Di ko ginagalaw yung gusto ko makita na dollar. Under ng number. Paramihin mo, palakihin mo pa. Gawin mo yung pabutin mo ng 1 million, tapos saka mo kukunin. Okay ba? Pag ganun, that's good. I think lockdown na sa Pinas ngayon, August 6 to. Alright, I think so. Kasi kami lockdown kami dito sa Cebu. We are on lockdown right now dito sa Cebu. So, ayan. Andito na rin ang aking napakagwapong best friend all the way from Macau. Ang talagang binansagang heartthrob, sabi nga nila, the heartthrob of Macau. The cutest among the cutest. Ang pinakagwapo ng Macau, the videographer. Alright, we have in here our very good friend, kayo filmer. Tamsak na host. Maraming salamat din. Alright, bukas 1 million na. Ooh, pag 1 million na tanggalin na, pasok na yan. Kakaloka, pag 1 million. Ayaw daw pumunta ni Jeline dito, host. Takot siya, tirahin mo talaga. Ay, ba't matatakot? Hindi naman to para sa kanya eh. This is a general information. Hindi lang naman to para kay Jilly. Ano ba? Ba't natatakot? Kaloka talaga to. Malibog na KM Filmer! Ooh, from Humble. Bakit ba malibog si KM Filmer? Baka host, di heart. Oh, heart rub yan ng Macau. Uy. Ang Ang gwapo niyan. Super. Bakang host. Hindi bakang. Konti lang naman yung bakang. Konti lang yung bakang part. Pero the heartthrob part, super. Diba? Pag mga ganyan tingnan mo si Humble, malibog din yan si Humble. Pag si Humble, kilabot yan ng mga lahat dyan sa Tondo. Grabe. Andyan lang si Jeline Host, nagmamatch siya talaga. Ang ginagawa niya. Nagki-KFC na naman. Oh my goodness, Jeline Cortez. KFC is the key for better life for Jeline Cortez. Well, see, tignan natin. Jeline, sumuko ka na. Napapaligiran ka na. Oo nga, Jeline, lumabas. At may mga katanungan ka dito that you need to know. Then I can answer that one, right? Mega love shoutout din sa isa nating kaibigan, aking bro na napakagwapo, very much in love right now. Ang favorite food with KFC, ang I Love DJ1. Mega love shoutout to you. I host, para kang yung host ni Kibuloy. Oy, baby. Wag naman ganyan. Kibuloy. Baka pagkatapos nan, magiging Doktora Lourdes Rosarosa na ako. Loko ka naman talaga. KM, ha? Host ni Munieka, ang makabagong Ipit Queen sa makabagong milenyo. Talaga, Jeline? Ang babaeng mega love shoutout din sa ating kaibigang favorite food na KFC, na tagline ng finger licking good, ang babaeng mahilig sa video call, the one and only Jeline Cortez, all the way from Tagaytay. Alright, host weeksery namin ngayon. And congratulations for DJ1 and Jeline Cortez. Congratulations to both of you for the third week. For the third weeksery. Wala naman talagang weeksery. Wala ring monthsery. There are no words there's no such word na gano'n. But we are all making for that. Since may sari-sari lang naman, sige, third week nyo na ngayon. Congratulations for having the third week successful relationship for both of you, DJ Wine and Jeline Cortez. My sincerest congratulations to both of you, alright? Maraming salamat. Host, Nika, apaka-ganda mo ngayon. Kamukha mo si Vicky Bello. Loka-loka ka, Jeline. Bakit naman si Dr. Vicky Bello? Loka-loka ka talaga, no? Ayan, Humble Pogi from KM Filmer. Hello! Oo, Nika, ang fresh mo ngayon talaga. Parang fresh from the oven. Parang fresh from the oven. Sige nga. Oo, naisip ko lang kasi, parang new look naman. Since banat na banat tayo palagi, so sabi ko, subukan naman natin yung lugay-lugay na ng konti. Diba? Nara may bago naman ng mukha. Nakakapagod, diba? Mega love shoutout yan sa isa pa nating kaibigang kakapasok lamang. We have Marian Raitana. Mega love shoutout to you. Thank you so much for coming. Sino pa ba? Para ba akong fresh from the oven, Jeline? Para bang kuha pa lang sa oven? Magkakalabas lang? Or yung parang isdang pulang-pula ang hasang? Pwede pang ganun yun? Parang nakakaloka naman yung sisi. Host, ginagaya mo buhok sa host. Hindi! Ano ka ba? Ganito talaga yung buhok ko. Uy! Kulot na... Uy, KM, wag kang ganyan. Kulot ako. Hindi naman yun kulot. Maluka ka. Hindi naman masyado. Uy ka talaga, KM. Inang Nika, ang ganda mo. Uy, maraming salamat. Hindi naman masyado. Konti lang. Pero maraming salamat. Alright? Oo, konting-konti lang. Yung parang maliit lang masyado. Diba? Ayan, thank you so much. We have 14 beautiful souls we have in here tonight. Once again, we are at 8:57, officially 8:57 in the evening. It's a Friday. Oh my God, parang mag-lowbat na ako. Dali lang, ha? Alright, we are officially 8:57 in the evening, and it's a beautiful straight up Friday right now. Our topic for the evening is specifically focusing on how can spending too much time together ruin a relationship. Bakit ba Kasi kadalasan ng mga relasyon ay nasisira because of too much spending time together. We will explain that one by one at sasagutin ko rin naman yung mga katanungan nyo. For that, alright? Good evening once again to all of you, to our 12 beautiful souls we have in here tonight. Magandang gabi. And I hope you are going to enjoy our discussion for the evening as I am going to walk you through on how the things are going to affect a relationship when it's being spent time, when it's too much spending time together. Alright? Ihanda nyo yung katanungan nyo so we can be able to discuss that one. Mega love shoutout din sa aking Beshi all the way from Ireland. Thank you so much for coming. Ang nag-iisang Mr. Bolitos ng Ireland. Beshi Jobs Dublin Channel. Mega love shoutout to you and thank you so much for dropping by once again. Alright. Tusok ko sa dughan nga bugdo, syempre naman dyan. Alright, humble barista, KM Filmer, ano ang nakain mo at iba ata ang tawag mo sa akin? Dahil ba ano KM? Si ano KM? Andito KM. Kaya pa-wholesome ka KM. Sino ba si ano? Sino ba yung iniibig mo sabihin humble? Alright, from Jelaine Cortez, Nika, apaka freshman. Kamukha mo talaga si Vicky Bello. Only Bello touches my brand. Kunti ka lang sa akin, Jelen. Pag ako nakaganti sa'yo. Alright. Jelaine Cortez, mega love shoutout from Jobs Dublin. Alright, Jobs Dublin channel. Logi, I love DG1. Mega love shoutout from Jobs Dublin channel. Jobs Dublin from Humble Barista. Alright. Guillermo working 003 is from Brazil. And as much as possible, I'd like to talk straight in English. So our friends from our international viewers in here could easily understand, alright? Pag may hindi naman kayo naiintindihan sa mga sinasabi ko, let me know at susubukan ko magtatagalog, alright? I will try all my best to speak in Tagalog, pero but since we have international viewers, medyo mahirap. It would be difficult for them to understand our language, alright? Wala na humble. Nagsasabi lang ako ng totoo. Humble, nagsisi na ako sa kasalanan ko. Ang pogi mo, humble, from KM Filmer. Mega love shoutout din from other friend we have in here. Sugar Rhea. Sisi, mega love out sa magandang din nila lang. Maraming salamat, Sisi. And good evening to you as well. And thank you so much for coming. We have a new friend in here who just came in. Ayan, we have Sexalicious _2.0. Time out muna. Main ko ni... Okay, this is Desire TV. Alright. Sexalicious 2.0 is Desire TV. Thank you so much, Cici, sa pagbabalik. Alright? Oh, guys, nandito na si Desire TV, ha? So, sinong hindi pa nakakakilala ni Desire TV, make friends with Desire TV right now, alright? Wag lang talagang Bisaya. Puro kasi Diyos ko, Rudy. Oo nga, hindi mahirapan. Wag naman Bisaya. Maliit lang yung mga Bisaya natin dito. And most of our friends in here are Tagalog and English, right? So, susubukan ko pa rin magtatagalog. But my Tagalog is really crappy. Ang hirap talaga. Hindi nyo rin maiintindihan. Hindi nyo rin ako maiintindihan pag masusobra na ako sa Tagalog. Sana all ganti. Abangan ang ganti ni Amor Powers host ka. Kamukha mo si Amor Powers. Ano ba? Ang dami mong kamukha. Yung secretary ni Kibuloy, tapos ngayon si Vicky Bello, tapos si Amor Powers. Luka ka, Jeline, ang dami na. Alright, apologies accepted, KM Filmer. Oh, very good. Sexalicious Jana, andyan si KM from Jelaine Cortez. Desire TV, hello, my club, shout out. Jeline ko from Desire TV, aka Sexalicious _2.0. Alright, hello po, Jobs Dublin from Sexalicious. Hakim, ayaw mong masaktan kasi gusto mo ikaw lang ang malakit. From Jeline Cortez. Jeline, lus-lus ka. Sabi ni KM Filmer, lus-lus ka talaga, Jeline. Ikaw yung pinaka-lus-lus sa lahat. Kung ikaw yung lalaki, Jeline, aabot na yan sa tuhod mo yung pagka-lus-lus talaga. Super. Lus-lus is the key for a better life. Oo. So ngayon, our discussion for the evening, sa mga may jowa, sa mga may asawa, or sa mga may karelasyon, this is the topic for you. Makinig kayo dito. This is very important. And this is also a tip so you can be able to understand furthermore kung ano talaga yung konsepto if you are going to give all out your time for someone. And yung wala ka nang natitira for yourself. So we are going to talk about that and discuss that properly in here. Alright? Humble, mapapatawad mo pala, pa ba ako? Ang pogi mo kaya. You are the pogiest sa world. Go, Humble! Sagutin mo to, Humble. Oo, sabi ni Jelenica, meron ka pang isang kamukha. Kamukha mo si... Sino na naman to? Si Miss Minchi. Uy, Miss Minchin, loka-loka. Hindi ko kamukha yun kasi may eyeglasses yun. So, hindi ko talaga kamukha yun kasi may eyeglasses yun. Loka-loka ka talaga, Julen. Kung ano na naman yung mga pinagsasabi-sabi mo dyan. You're so crazy. Crazy in love. Alright, Kim Filmer, lus-lus, sabi ni Jillian. Bakit ba nauso kasi yung lus-lus? Sino bang nagpapauso ng lus-lus? Sige nga, sino yung nagpapauso ng lus-lus? Parang I can't trace it. Si Kim ba or si Jillian? Or si Jacob or si Dora? Ngeta kayo. Mika, sino yung may di mo? Yung kawawa? O hindi yung kawawa, ang gwapo kaya nun. Diba? Si KM yun. Ang gwapo kaya, ano ka ba, Jillian? Parang napakabalahura mo talaga, Jillian. Bakit mo kinakawa si Baby KM? Ang gwapo kaya niyan. Lukot ko. Ayan. Nika, right. King Enas mo KM. Fish tea ka dong. Naglilihi ka ba, Humble? From Desire TV. Naglilihi ka ba, Humble? Naglilihi ka ba? Uy, nakuluko. Ikaw. Ako ba? Hindi ako, uy! Uy! Hindi ako napapauso ng lus-lus. Hindi ko alam kung sino. Pero hindi ako yung napapauso ng lus-lus. Promise. Not me. It wasn't me. It wasn't me, really, to be honest. It wasn't me. Guys, nagbababa po si Jeline ng papatusukan. Ayan, Sisi. Pipin ko to si Jeline, ha? Guys, patusok naman po kasi hindi pa nakatusok. Jeline Curtis, may bago po siyang talon. Isa tong babaeng tumatalon-talon para po tong frog. Si Jeline Curtis po ay isang palaka. Palaka, pokak ng pokak. Palakang mahilig sa KFC, finger licking gun. Ito talaga, finger licking gun at KFC. Siya talaga humble. Pinaparamdam ni Lord sa akin na malaki na raw ang kasalanan ko sa iyo. Ang pogi mo, humble. Oh. Ang galing! Oo, humble, binasa ko talaga na naaayon sa konsepto kung paano talaga sasabihin ni KM Filmer sa'yo. True talaga, humble. Pinaparamdam ni Lord sa akin na malaki na raw ang kasalanan ko sa'yo. Pogi mo, humble. Galing! www.lyrics.com. Alam mo naman, Sisi, queen tayo sa lyrics dyan, di ba? And totoo naman, Sisi, your favorite right now is KFC. And congratulations. By the way, congratulations once again to our friend in here, I Love DJ Wine and Jelaine Cortez for their third week celebration of their being together, officially being together. Alright? Congratulations to both of you. Ang saya niyo pala, no? Para kayong mga lovebirds talaga. Yung parang tunay talaga na lovebirds ba? Yung parang kayong mga ibon talaga na kumakain ng KFC. Diba? But anyhow, congratulations to both of you. Ayan, GKM, ipagdarasal ko ang kaluluwa mo in advance para tanggapin ka. Hala? Talaga. Sino tatanggap? May tatanggap pa ba? Or wala na? Sige nga.
DJ Joshua.
Pati tayo dito sa kaluluwa na hindi na tinatanggap. Kakaloka naman kayo, eh. You guys are really crazy, no? Nakakaloka kayo. But anyhow, sige na, we'll discuss about this matter, alright? Against din si Nika, ha? Huy, hindi na ko naman sinabing against. Uy, hindi naman. Mabait yan si KM mo. Ano ba kayo? Mabait kaya yan. Oo, di nyo pa kilala kasi si KM. Pag nakilala nyo yan, super bait yan. As in, abot hanggang langit ang kabaitan yan. Promise. Okay, hindi nga ako again. Simply bully. Simple bully eh. Uy, hindi. Wini-wish ka nga ni KM kasi daw sabi ni KM, ang gwapo mo daw. Ayaw mo bang maniwala doon? Hindi naman nagsisinungaling ata yan si KM. Nagsasabi yan ng katotohanan. Uy, ano ka ba talaga? Ba't ayaw mo ba't ayaw mo humble? Yun yung problema mo. Ayaw mo kasi maniwala. Nika, buti pa dito, lagi mong binababa ang bahay ko. Kay Jeline, hindi niya binababa ang bahay ko kung hindi ko i-remind. Oh, ano yan si Jeline? Kailangan mo talagang, kasi simula nung nabagok siya, ang dami niya niyang hindi na natatandaan. Alam niyo minsan si Jeline kasi, simula nung nabagok siya, hindi niya natatandaan magpapanty. Minsan, nag-i-LS yun, wala yung panty. Promise. Oo. Tapos minsan nag-i-LS yan siya, ang akala niya bra niya, yung sinusuot niya, bra ng nanay niya. Yun ang nangyayari ni Jeline. Promise. Oo. Tanungin nyo, totoong-totoo yan. Oo. Apakabait ni KM. Oo, mabait yan. Ano ba kayo? Ang bait yan. Humble, mabait yan si KM. Tingnan mo, mini-wish ka pa nga niya eh, di ba? Sabi niya kasi pogi ka daw, kasi daw mabait ka talaga, promise, humble. Oo, totoo yan. Super bait yan. Ni KM Filmer. Huwag ka nga ano-ano dyan, humble. Ikaw ba humble, mabait ka din? Oo, kasi bakit ang ambag ni Casey puro tawa lang? Casey, nahahalata na kita, Casey. Ba't ka tawa ng tawa, Casey? Sino ba? Nakakatawa ba yung mukha ko dito? Kakalupa ka, Casey. Hello, mega love, shoutout, Casey Daytor from Chubbs, Dublin. Mabait pagtulog. Uy, mabait yan. Mabait yan. Promise. Oo, kahit hindi natutulog yan, mabait yan. Tapos, maganda ang boses. Tapos, guwapo yan. Ba kayo? Ba't ayaw niyong maniwala sa akin? Di naman ako nagsisinungaling, di ba? Sexylicious, sorry, love. Juan night boat kasi tamad. Huh? Sinisisi pa si night boat? Makalukat ng babaeng to. Nika, bakit alam mo na yung bra ko kay Nalay? Day, halatang halata, Day. Nung nakita ko pa lang sa LS mo, Day, nung wala pa, Day, yung bakat na bakat, sabi ko sa nanay to. Kasi ang luwag-luwag, Day. Oo, yung parang nalalagyan mo talaga ng alkansya. Alam mo yung buong piso, yung buong 20 na coin, napapasok talaga, Day, promise. Ayan, I love you, Jelaine ko. Joke lang yun. Oo, wala naman totohanan dito. Lahat ng sinasabi dito, lumalabas sa bibig natin dito, pawang katang-isip lamang. Wala pong katotohanan. Except lang ako, kasi ako lang yung nagsasalita ng katotohanan dito. Kayo, puro lang yung katang-isip. Nika, may kamukha ka. Si Rio Luxin, dami na naman. Ano bang mukha ko? Sobra bang common yung mukha ko? Ba't ang dami-dami kong kamukha? Luka-luka ka talaga, Jeline, ha? Pasensya naman, Nika. Foam. Foam ba yun, Sisi? Akala ko talaga yun hangin. Foam pala yun. Sorry naman, Sisi, ha? Minsan kasi, nakakalimutan ko. Akala ko kasi, hangin lang yun. May foam pa pala yun. Kung may foam yung brand na ginamit mo, at ibig sabihin, may denting pa rin, may maluwag pa din, ano ba naman laman yung daddy mo? Yan. Natatanong ko talaga yan, Sisi, promise. Naluluka na rin talaga ako. Halika! Pingin ng konting dede. Padala ko ng LBC, Sisi, ha? Ikaw na magbabayad ng shipment, alright? Ilan bang kilo ang gusto mo? Hindi naman yan masyadong malaki. Ano lang yan talaga? Yung parang, ganyan lang siya. Pero hindi siya malaki na over talaga. Yung mga konting-konti lang. Mamaya, Beshi, kamukha mo na si Jose. Oo nga, walang hiya to si Jeline. Oo, konting-konti na lang, malagay na ako sa posporo. Nieta. Sige, pataan eh. Okay, let's start our discussion for the evening. Alright? Ready na kayo? Let's talk about it. Alright? Pakalaki, Nika. Talaga? Hindi naman. Konti lang. Hanggang dito lang yan. Uy, grabe kayo. Naku, conscious ako. Uy, huwag kayong ganyan. Hindi naman masyadong malaki. Konti lang. Walang masyadong kalakihan. Mga luka-luka talaga kayo. Kahit saan kayo ilagay, mga luka-luka talaga kayo. Promise. Hinihingi niyo pa yung mga kandidihan natin dyan. Diba? Ayan! Mega love shoutout Francis Don! Thank you so much for coming. Nika, may kamukha ka ba? Ay, sila na naman yan! Ang dami ko ng kamukha. Dahil gusto ka talaga talaga. Jillian, nakakakita ka na ba ng babae na pangalawang beses na ninudnod yung ulo? Ganon? Pa-Bluetooth naman dito kahit konti. Mama, uy, ang laki naman kaya ng dede mo, Desire. Ba't ka pa humihingi? Nakita ko sa TikTok mo, laki-laki ng dede mo. Nakaganon-ganon, oh. Pak, 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 ganon. Huwag ka lang humingi. Pag ako tinanggalan mo, paano pang matitira sa akin? Nika, kamukha mo si Karen na pinahin ako, Sisi. Ano ba nito, Sisi? Susunod nito ka, Charo Santos na naman. Ano ba to? Pataas na pataas yung edad? Hoy, grabe ha. Ang dami ko ng kamukha. Hindi ko na alam kung sino talaga yung kamukha ko kasi sobrang dami. Mga luka-luka talaga kayo. Oo. So, ang daming ambam ni Sexylicious. Naging Cara David na ako. Tapos, sino pa ba susunod nito? Magiging Benji Paras na naman to. Ha? Hiya talaga kayo. Oy, kakaloka kayo. But anyhow, gusto niyo na ba magsimula? Do you want me to start the discussion for the evening? O gusto niyo bang makipagtsikahan? Kasi pag gusto niyo na... Hoy, baka maging basketball player na ako, ha? Tapos sasabihin niyo, oy, kamukha mo si Benji Paras. Magkaloka. O, start na, sabi ni Humble. Alright. Nika, kamukha mo si... Ang dami na talaga. Magpakailan na ako. Maniyod na talaga kayo, mga walang hiya kayo. But anyhow, we are going to start our discussion for the evening. You guys are ready? Sige na, oy. Magsimula na tayo. Sige na, para may matutunan naman kayo dito sa akin. Oy. Sabihin niyo naman sa akin, ay, wala akong natutunan kay Nika. And then kami, nakatambay. Wala naman akong natutunan. Diba? We are going to start our talk for the evening. Alright? Once again, it is a beautiful Friday straight talk evening. Friday evening. Officially, we are at 9:15 in the evening. Maraming salamat for our very beautiful 16 beautiful souls in here tonight. Thank you so much for coming. And I hope you are going to learn something from our discussion for the evening. We are going to talk about, on our Straight Friday conversation, we are going to talk about how can spending too much time together ruin a relationship. What are the advantages? Ano bang nangyayari sa isang relasyon when you are spending too much time together? When you have this opportunity that you are just totally spending time together. Alam mo yung hindi nyo na binibigyan yung kahulugan, hindi nyo na binibigyan ng time ang inyong mga sarili because you are primarily focusing on a certain aspect kasi you thought that being together 24 hours and being together and doesn't have any time at all in a relationship and spending time together all the time without having one person or one party to exercise their own identity for themselves kasi pinofocus niyo ang relationship ng pagmomonitor and how does it ruin the relationship. Now, we are going to talk about this evening, alright? Mega love shout out then for our friend in here who just came in, Nardri Morta. Thank you so much for coming. All right. If you have any questions in there, please do write your questions as I am going to run you through with our discussion for the evening. All right. So, ayan, simula na tayo the evening ha. So, bakit nga ba? Paano nga ba? Ano ba ang mga pangyayari sa sitwasyon kung bakit nga ba nasisira ang isang relasyon all because of a togetherness, yung too much of being together. Miss you, host. Oy, maraming salamat sa nakakamiss sa akin. Maraming salamat. It is really appreciated. Kagwapa ba? Kunti lang naman. Masyadong maliit. Maliit na bagay, pero maraming salamat. Alright! Bakit nga ba nasisira ang mga relasyon ng tao? Because of too much togetherness. There are so many things na pwedeng pwedeng makakasira sa relasyon kapag sobrang-sobra talaga kayong nagsispend time together, right? Spending too much together can actually ruin your relationship. These types of relationships cause to lose sight of yourself and to put way too much of your identity into your relationship. Alam niyo po yung relationship. Alam niyo kasi sa relationship, it's a two-way. So, ang nangyayari naman kasi, if you are focusing too much for both of you, yung akala mo talaga that you are there, andyan yung isa, togetherness, yung pagiging hindi na kayo nag-i-entertain ng ibang tao, you are trying to disregard all your friends, and kung mayroong friends man, always kasama, and you are not giving time for yourself. Actually, ang nangyayari talaga, nawawala, and you don't even notice it. Hindi mo malalaman yung mismong identity mo sa sarili mo, hindi mo na malalaman na nawawala na siya paunti-unti. Alam niyo kung bakit nawawala yung sarili niyong identity? Sa yung selos number 1. Sino nagsiselos? Ay. Okay. Yeah. Ang nawawala kasi siya on the process of the relationship, nawawala yung identity ng isang tao. Kasi the other party is always there with you. At akala naman natin, and most people think, na yung relasyon na pagiging togetherness all the time, andun talaga all the time. Ang nangyayari kasi doon is that mawawala yung sarili mong identity for yourself, at yung isa mawawala din yung sarili. Akala nyo sa isa't isa na kasi mahal na mahal nyo ang isa't isa ay kailangan yung gawin niyon. And that most people are blinded because of this situation. Nabubulagan ng isang tao because they thought and they misinterpret that this idea actually focuses on love. Akala ng isang tao pagmamahal yun. But in all honesty, and to tell you the truth, actually, this leads to low self-esteem. Nakakababa po to ng self-esteem natin. Kasi hindi natin namamalayan ito. And the other thing also, nakakababa po to ng decision-making ng sarili nyo. At hindi mo rin malalaman ito kasi nakakadepende ka na ng isang tao. And your personal choices, your personal decisions will be affected accordingly. Yung mismong decision mo sa sarili mo na akala mo noon na talagang kayang-kaya mo, because you are dependent from one another and you are fully just doing the relationship for both of you na talagang tight, nasisira po siya na hindi nyo nalalaman. Kasi mismo sa sarili mo, you are losing yourself already. Kasi yung sarili mong normal mong desisyon na nagagawa mo dati when you are still single, you will notice na hindi mo na magagawa kasi you will be depending on the other one. Remember that there are things that you don't need to discuss to your partners. Kahit gaano nyo kamahal ang isa't isa, kahit gaano ka magiging honest sa isa't isa, there are things that are better left unsaid. May mga bagay talaga na hindi mo na kailangang isabi with your partner. Kasi we call that one as personal matters. And it's not being honest doesn't mean you have to tell the truth. Kasi, or you have to tell everything. Remember that you are both individuals. Dalawa kayong tao na nag-uusap, dalawa kayong tao na nagre-relasyon. No one is alike in the relationship. Hindi ibig sabihin na nakikipagrelasyon kayo ay buong-buo na wala nang natitira sa sarili mo because you have to give this to one person. Remember that no one is alike. In every relationship, you still have to keep something. There are just things that are better left unsaid. Alright? At yun ang napaka-importante. And then, ang mangyayari kasi if you are really truly being together, yung parang 24 hours na kayo nag-uusap, wala na kayong time talaga. Wala na kayong time sa isa't isa. You don't even have the chance for yourself to talk to other people and to venture into other things. You don't have even a chance to do other things na sa sarili mo dapat mong ginagawa, na hindi kasama yung isa. Kasi this is very important. In order for the relationship to be strong is for you to be able to trust one another. And if you are being together all the time, your trust will be crushed. Mawawala yung trust nyo kapag hindi na kayo nagkikita or merong chances na hindi kayo nagkikita, nawawala yung trust doon. Kasi yung isa mag-iisip, ano na kayang ginagawa nun? Baka naman may ginagawa ng ganito. Because you are already ruining the relationship ng paunti-unti because of the things that you are doing. Diba? Mawawala ang issue dun eh. And second part of it, lalabas yung selos. This type of relationship na abot, akala natin ang ganda-ganda. Kasi because on the onset of the relationship, it is really nice. Na akala naman natin, oh my God, mahal na mahal niya talaga ako. Kasi tingnan mo, wala na. The time is already with me. That we thought. Akala lang natin yon. In all honesty, in psychology, if you are going to look at it deeper, this is actually causing a problem later on of the relationship. Kasi you are not trusting one person eh. You are trying to make the person dependent to you. And the same goes with the other one. You are making the other person dependent to you as well. And when you keep doing that in a relationship, the relationship becomes dependency. There is a dependency in the relationship. Na akala mo naman lahat ng bagay kailangan mong ikonsulta. Akala mo naman lahat ng bagay kailangan mong ipagsabi. What about yourself? What about yung sarili mo? Hindi mo ba kailangang ikonsulta? Bakit mo lahat ikukonsulta sa partner mo when you also have your own self to consult with? And that is not a healthy relationship anymore kasi nawawala na ang sarili mo eh. The self-worth that you're supposed to have will eventually be broken. Mawawala siya because of your personal attachment for one another. And that will never do good on a relationship. Ayan, sabi ni Humble, pero ano ang isasagot ng tao kapag tinatanong sila na bakit di mo sinasabi sa akin lahat? Ibang tao ba ako? Di mo ba ako mahal? Kung itatago mo sa kanya ang secret mo. These are not secrets, to be honest. These are just things that are just for you. Meron talagang bagay na hindi talaga. Yung mga maliliit na bagay na mismong, alam mo yon, alam naman natin yun eh. We know it. Yung mga bagay na you just have to keep it for yourself. That makes you healthy. And that makes even more interesting for you. Kasi pag nilalabas mo na lahat, there is nothing more interesting about you anymore. Kasi wala ka lang natitira eh. You have already given out your cards for your partner. Meron lang talagang mga bagay na you don't need to discuss. Only for yourself na you just have to encounter or tackle that for yourself. And that other people or the other party doesn't need to know. Kasi nakaka-cause lang siya ng trouble, nakaka-cause ng selos, nakaka-cause ng mismong pagtatalo nyo in the relationship. And a healthy relationship is a kind of relationship that you know your boundaries. Alright? Kasi pag hindi mo na alam yung boundaries, lahat all out na, then that is the start of everything. Mind you, you might be telling to me right now, na hindi totoo yan. One day you will ask me that I'm right. Kasi it is a proven fact. Because you are a human being and the person you are in relation with is another person. It means that the behavior of one person is a total different behavior of the other party as well. And maybe for you is understandable na yung natago mo or that you kept for yourself can be understood, but you never know. If you tell it to the person, that part could be the cause of a big trouble. Right? We have a new friend in here. All right, I just wanted to welcome our new friend in here. Si, sandali, Aldrian Fortaleza V2.0. Maraming salamat po for coming. I am dropping down the jacket for you, alright? Sabi niya, paano mo sasabihin sa partner mo na sobra yung nakukonsume yung time? Nakukonsume mong time para sa isa't isa na hindi siya maiisip na masama. Oh, very good! I like the question. I like this question. This is very good. This is a very good question. I thank you. I would like to acknowledge si Aldrin Fortaleza. Thank you so much for this question because this is really a very good question. Alright? Sabi, ayan, acknowledge ko muna. Sandali lang ha. Sabi ni Sexy Lecious, nag-iiyak na. Jelaine is also crying. Shaky. Makinig ka, Jelaine, from KM Filmer. Alright, I am going to walk you through. Mega love shoutout din sa ating kaibigan, kakapasok lamang. Med C. Juan CC, thank you so much for coming, Palangging. Maraming salamat. Ayan, I'm gonna answer the question from Aldrin, ha? Eto, sagutin ko to ng diretsahan. This is a very, very good question. I like this question. Paano mo sasabihin sa partner mo na sobra yung nakukonsume yung time para sa isa't isa na hindi siya mag-iisip na masama? Okay, this is a very, very good question. I'd like you to listen for this one. You have to know your partner, okay? The first thing that you need to do is you have to know your partner first, okay? Kasi hindi ka pwedeng makapagsabi ng diretsahan yung kung ano-ano lamang if you don't know your partner first. Pag alam mo na yung tao, alam mo na kung paano yung isang tao, kung yung partner mo and how he or she reacts to that, you need to talk straight to the person, to your partner, okay? This part, kailangan mong maging honest. You don't need to make a pattern or to make a formula in telling this. Kasi pag mahal ka ng partner mo, your partner could understand you. But if your partner is possessive, you understand possessiveness. If your partner is possessive at hindi nakakaintindi sa sitwasyon, ibig sabihin nun, ang kinukonsider niya ang sarili niya. He is or she is very selfish. Kasi kinukonsider niya yung sarili lang niyang kaligayahan. Alright? Kapag mahal ka ng tao, that person is willing to compromise. That person is willing to understand. And in this part of the conversation, you have to be straightforward to your partner. You have to tell, can we sit down? Can we sit down? Sabihin mo sa partner mo, eto kasi yung nangyayari. This part naman kasi sa relasyon natin, I hope that you trust me. Okay? As much as I trusted you. Simulan nyo sa trust issues, alright? You tell your partner, I trust you so much and I hope you are also trusting me. Sa relasyon natin, nakikita ko kasi yung mismong pattern ng relationship natin. I am not experiencing my own self anymore. And I understand that ikaw, may kailangan ka din sa sarili mo, that you also have your own privacy, you also have your own need. You also have you also have a need to belong to friends, to other people outside from myself. Kasi you cannot leave a relationship by just two alone. That type of relationship is the most unhealthy relationship in the world. Yourself, we as human beings, we also need other people in our life. We need to build surroundings that aren't just based with our partners. We need to build the surroundings that are also outside. Remember that we also have our own hobbies. We also have other things. We also need to communicate. There are things that we cannot tell to our partners, but we can tell to our friends. How are you going to live a very healthy life kapag pinagpapatuloy mo that kind of relationship, yung nasasakal ka na? And if you can't be able to feel that one, you have to slowly talk to your partner and straightforward. Sabihin nyo that I also need friends. I also need other people to be a part of me. And if your partner truly loves you, and if your partner is willing to compromise everything for you, kasi mahal ka ng tao, they will understand. And I tell you that. Kasi ang mga taong hindi nakaka-understand, it only means that it only implies that they are only considering themselves. Yung sarili lang na yung iniisip nila at yung kaligayahan lang nila yung iniisip nila. But when you love someone, you also think for the other person. You think yung kaligayahan ng isang tao. You give time to your partners to be with their friends kasi you wanted to give the freedom. Kasi mas maganda, di ba? If you allow your partners to be with someone, mas maganda siya kasi pagbalik ng partners mo, there will always be the missing part. Kasi pag kayo na lang yung palagi yung magkasama, you don't have the room to miss each other anymore. Kasi kayo na lang yung palagi eh. Kayo na lang palagi all the time. Nag-uusap kayo 24 hours. Nagkikita kayo 24 hours. How could a healthy relationship set in if that is the setup that you are having? So I want you to realize that. Doon sa mga nakikipagrelasyon, you have to understand that part. Na nung hindi ka pa nakipagrelasyon, you already have an existing friend. Hindi pwedeng nakikipagrelasyon ka na, mawawala na yung friends mo, all because of that relationship. And that you need to learn. And that you need to be straightforward to your partners. Tell the truth to your partners. Alright? Agoy Shaky from Jeline Cortez. We have Jeline Cortez. Mega love shout out to you. Very well said. Maraming salamat palangging. Sexalicious, miss you so much. Desire TV, Ate Meds. Meet you Kay John Dalvik, silent listener. Oh, yeah, thank you so much, Aldrin Fortaleza. Thank you so much for coming. Your question is really nice. If you guys, if you have any more questions, you can ask in here, all right? Thumbs up done. Ali Vivian Urbano, thank you so much for coming. All right. Yes po, agree po ako dyan. From Ali and Vivian Urbano, thank you so much. Maraming salamat. Mega love shoutout to you as well. All right, we have in here, hi, sabi ni Sex Delicious, nakaka-relate ka ba si Lizar for this? We need me time sometimes. Yes, absolutely. Kasi we have we misconstrue kasi most of the time we misconstrue yung isang relasyon. Akala kasi natin that being together all the time and not giving time to one another self, akala natin pagmamahal yun eh. It is actually love, to be honest. But if it is too much, that is possessiveness. Kapag sinabi nating possessiveness, ibig sabihin sakalan po yan. Dito ka nahahawakan. And you can never grow yourself. You can never exercise the best version of yourself. Kasi ang mangyayari kasi dito is you become dependent. Ito yung masama dito kasi hindi mo malalaman that you are being dependent already. You are so much dependent to the person. What about yourself? Pababayaan mo yung sarili mo because of that? I don't think so. I don't think that is a healthy relationship. Tama, Ate Meds. Sabi ni Sexalicious here, tama, Ate Meds, self-love muna. Absolutely. Mas easier kasi yon. Mega love shoutout din. Ate HERSHEY Kusinet, thank you so much for coming all the way from Japan. Thank you so much for coming. Sa mga naglalaro po ng harang, maraming salamat po. HERSHEY Kusinet, thank you so much for coming once again. Sexalicious hugs. Tama ka, host. Kasi paano na lang kung naglolo ko ang internet? World War na, nakakakinig lang joke. Ang iba naniniwala na kaagad. Oh, totoo nga naman. Totoo. Jokes are jokes and people doesn't need to believe everything, right? Mega love shoutout to and everyone. Thank you so much, CCH Cosinet. Aldrin, thanks po. If you have any questions, Aldrin, I'll be so glad to answer that. If you're not contented with the answers that I have, let me know as well so I can expound better answers for you. Alright? Mega love shoutout Bunso, KM Filmer from H. Cosinet. Mami EJ from Annie and Vivian Herbano. Humble Barista says here, I'm doing it, Nika, telling my partner to do her personal things because I know her like that, so I let her. But the problem is, she don't like it. Oh, okay, that's good. All right? If inaalaw mo, eto naman kasi yun, this is not about the things that she wants to have or she likes to do. This is about the act of allowing her. Kasi, yung mismong act na binibigay mo, yung mismong idea na binibigay mo that you are okay for her to do that is already a big step for you to tell the person. So this part, you need to properly define. If you are giving that opportunity for that person, then you have to give that opportunity for that person. And if that person is telling you, ayoko, okay lang naman sa akin ng ganon. If it is truly okay with her, then it doesn't matter. It's okay. But the thing here is you are okay with the act of telling the truth. And you are okay with the act na kung gagawin niya ito, it is pretty much fine for you. It is the act. It is not how she or he likes. It is not the issue in here. The issue here is how are you going? Paano mo ba ibibigay? Paano ka ba magbigay ng panahon sa iyong partner to give that opportunity for that person to be able to enjoy the me self? Yung aking sarili, how am I gonna enjoy that one? Then you need to understand that for in a relationship. If you want a very successful relationship, you have to understand your partner. You have to give time to your partner na pwede siyang makagawa ng me time niya. And you don't need to be spending all the time together. Kasi there will be no trust in there involved. The issues in there is mawawala talaga yung trust. All because you are crushing the trust involved in the relationship. Mawawala talaga siya. mawawala talaga siya. Hello, Sisi Chilene Cortez from AG Cusinet. Ayan, Ate Vivian, Herbano and Annie from Chilene Cortez. Gandang Chilene from Annie and Vivian. Absolutely right. It's important to have me time. Absolutely. Totoong-totoo yan, Sisi AG Cusinet. Totoong-totoo talaga. It is a very vital thing to have a me time for yourself. Kasi walang relasyon na magiging healthy, yung tinatawag nating healthy relationship will never be able, you can never be able to obtain that one if one of you is not celebrating or one of you is not exercising the me time. Kasi maboboard kayo, magkakaroon kayong time na mag-aaway in later part. Kasi sa sobrang nyo talagang together, ang makikita nyo lang ay kapansanan ng isa. Ang makikita nyo lang are meanings of the things that your partner is telling you. Kapag medyo na-compromise yung nasabi ng isa, lahat binibigyan nyo ng reason. And the reasons that you are going to experience in this kind of relationship will even goes worse. Kasi hindi mo na makikilala ang sarili mo eh. Mawawala talaga siya. Sabi ni Annie, yes po. Ayan. Hello, Annie and Vivian Herbano from H. Casinat. Alright, Michael, love shoutout din sa isa pang kaibigan all the way from the land of Durian. Alright, Davao. Michael, love shoutout. ARJC Avenue. Thank you so much for coming, sissy. Alright. Maayong gabi po. Hi, Ate EJ from KM Filmer. Pero paano naman kung yung joke na yon is totoo pala, pero i-deny lang? That we wouldn't be able to know unless you ask the person. There are jokes maybe that you may be hearing or things that you may be hearing but not coming from the person. If you allow yourself to believe on things like that, then it's up to you. It is already up. Diyos me! Humble! Kasi naman Desire TV, we have to of course we have to remember that hindi naman natin alam whether it's true or not unless you get to know the person. Unless the word is being said privately, right? There are words that may be coming out in public and there are words that may be being said in public. But the truth is, you can only believe such word when it's being said to you directly. And everybody needs to understand that. Sabi ni ARGC Avenue, I learned so much love listening while washing dishes. Thank you so much, Sisi, and I'm very happy that you are learning from here. Maraming salamat talaga. Thank you so much. And I really appreciate that one. Alright? So if you have any questions, let me know. Alright? Ayan, kasi meron tayong mga kaibigan dito that are married. Meron tayong mga kaibigan dito that are in a relationship. Meron din tayong mga kaibigan dito that are single but they just wanted to learn from it. Diba? And it's good that people are trying to learn from, really trying to learn for something. All right? BG lang host. Thank you so much, Tribu 11 Vlogger. Thank you so much. All right? Ayan, Honey Vivian Herbano, 69. Oo, yung code natin dito is 69. Kung gusto nyo magbaba ng bahay, just type 69. All right? All right, Medsi Juan ka. All right. Ang magic word na aling doon kay Filmer, fish day, kadong talaga. All right. KM Filmer, paminaw dudong from AG kasi net, paminaw dudong KM Filmer, KM makinig ka daw. Alright? Tama! Ayan. Makinig ka, Jelaine, from KM Filmer. Ang pogi mo si Humble eh. Alright, Humble, di ako naglandi pag may karelasyon. Ako kasi, once maging JF kita, sexylicious, wala akong ibang direction, kundi ang ligawan ka, araw-araw, kahit tayo na. Eh, sabi kasi sa Humble, di ba sabi mo, sa karelasyon mo. So, maybe Desire is expecting na may karelasyon ka ngayon? Kasi sabi mo kasi kanina sa relasyon. Iklaro lang natin, Humble. I will try to speak in behalf of Desire TV. I'd like to speak in behalf of Desire TV. Humble, are you single? Or you are in a relationship at the moment? Kasi I think that is also very important. Kasi maklaro din naman, di ba? Oh, Ate EJ from KM Filmer, a free counseling on air and I'm loving it. All right. And I'm loving it also, Sisi. I'm really happy that I'm sharing this to all of you. Kaya pag may tanong kayo, magtatanong kayo dito kasi libre na to. You're not getting it for, you're getting it for free. All right? I'm listening here from Etsy Juan. All right? Love you, Nika. Ayun, maraming salamat, lalabs. Thank you so much for that. All right? Mexi Juan, hello, mega love shoutout po from Chubbs Dublin. All right. Dito. Hello, Chubbs, Mr. B from Mexi Juan. Yung joke kasi host ng iba host di na palapaliwanag. Yun ang kakalabasan nun, defensive host, no? Hindi naman. It's a clarity thing. Okay? If you wanted to clarify things, kung gusto niyo talagang malaman, then you need to clarify it. Hindi naman pwede kasi yung you just heard it from someone, tas iisipin mo na gano'n, but you need to clarify it to someone. If your intentions are clear, if your intentions are pure, then you have to clarify it. And you have to really know and understand it deeper. Yung talagang deeper. In a relationship, it doesn't mean that when the beginning of a relationship, it doesn't mean that when you are in the stage of getting to know each other, hindi naman kasi pwede yung sinasabi natin lahat na lang, you are bounded by the expectations. Remember that if you are bounded to live in the expectations and belief of the expectations for the other person, remember that you are not looking at a healthy relationship. Kasi may mga sagot ka na sa mga katanungan eh. When you are building a relationship in the getting to know stage, this is the part where you get to know the person. This is the part where you invest the getting to know the person. And this is also the time where you begin to decide, ano ba ang patutunguhan nito? Do we have future together? Do we have possible? Kasi in a relationship, this is not about how you feel. This is not about just you are going to feel for the person. This is also looking forward. Kung ano ba yung compatibility niyo? And could this person make you happy? Kasi remember that happiness will always be based from ourselves. However, if the relationship doesn't contribute to a happiness to both one of you, then your relationship is useless. You cannot base a relationship by just basing it on sex, because sex is already given and you can get that anywhere you want. But if you base a relationship with just sex compatibility or just sex itself, then you are having a very unhealthy relationship. Relationship in general and in all honesty really relies on something that you both can learn from each other, that you both will grow from each other. Because from there, you will understand and see yourself even better person. If hindi kayo nag-grow at wala kayong natutunan sa isa't isa during the course of the relationship, kasi puro selos, puro demand, puro ganito, puro ganon. If you don't have the proper understanding in the relationship, kasi nag-aaway kayo, tapos yung isa bigay lang ng bigay ng kanyang nag-give in ng give in, ikaw naman demand ng demand, then your relationship is absolutely a fuck-up relationship. That will never prosper as a very good and healthy relationship in the long run. You will absolutely be facing a very difficult situation later on of that. May masasaktan sa inyo, may uuwing luhaan, may hindi magandang mangyayari. So you have to know, you have to get to know the person. If the person really truly makes you happy, if you're just happy with the person, because you know that when you are with the person, you are smiling, you are happy, you have connections, you have this, you have that, you would know that malalaman mo talaga yan. You can actually know that, and no one can ever tell you that because you are the one involved in the relationship. Never ever be blinded because you feel that kasi ang mahal-mahal niya ako mahal na mahal niya ako. Remember, there are so many things that a person could be blinded when they feel being loved. One of that is actually they lack of attention. Yung taong gigil ng atensyon kasi wala siyang atensyon na nakukuha sa pamilya, sa pamilya niya, sa kaibigan niya, sa karelasyon niya. The attention is drawn so much in there kasi kulang na kulang. That is the need of the person. And if that person is existed, and kapag one of you here experiencing that, you have to examine yourself. Ano ba itong kailangan ko? Kailangan ko ba ng pag-ibig? Kailangan ko ba ng happiness from other people? You have to know. You have to identify. Is it love that you are looking for or you are looking for attention? Kasi minsan or kadalasan na nangyayari sa ating mga kaibigan, they thought that attention is actually love. But in reality, you are just looking for attention. You are never looking for love. You are looking for attention kasi yun yung kulang mo. Kasi wala ka nun. When you were a kid, when you were growing up, you didn't have that one. You didn't have the attention. And if one person is drawing attention or giving attention to you, you thought it's love already. That's why you have to know. Are you really looking for love? Are you really looking for someone that really matches you? Are you looking for someone that is really compatible to you? That you need to understand and that you need to know. From Aldrin in here, may question pala ako. Mababago pa ba yung selos? And paano maiiwasan? The selos itself, ang selos naman po talaga, it's a definition, it's an expression of love. Kasi mahal mo yung tao there will be times na magsiselos ka, and kung may tama naman talagang rason sa pagsiselos. Like I've always said, if you are in a jealous relationship at alam mo naman na may rason yung pagsiselos ng tao, then you as a person, you examine yourself. Ano kaya pinagsiselosan niya? You talk to the person. Ano ba yung pinagsiselosan mo? And if the reason is unjustifiable, ibig sabihin nun, walang rason yung pagsiselos niya, then you need to observe the person. You need to tell the person straight. If you keep on being jealous, na walang rason, na alam mo naman na mahal kita, alam mo na ang puso ko ay nasa iyo, but you keep on being jealous, you're acting like a child, and all this, you are not giving a healthy relationship to our relationship. Ibig sabihin nun, na kapag selos na selos yung tao at wala namang rason, ibig sabihin nun that there are trust issues. Sabi ko nga, ika nga, na yung tao na palaging nagsiselos na wala naman talagang rason, they are actually the people who are doing it because they know a lot. Thinkers are doers. Kasi easy for them to actually understand it kasi pinagdadaanan nila yon, alam nila yon. At kung yung tao naman na hindi nakaranas na pinagdadaanan nila yon, na selos pa rin siya, then maybe they need time to consult a psychiatrist. Kasi kailangan nilang malaman kung bakit, saan ba nanggagaling ang isang selos. There are complex explanations of jealousies kasi may mga tao talaga na nahilig talaga sila magsiselos because they have a very bad experience from their childhood. They have so much bad experience doon. Nung lumaki sila, they have broken family. Perhaps they have parents na palagi nag-aaway. They have parents na they have parents na may kabet na nakikita nila. And maybe that jealousy is rooted from that situation na hindi rin naman natin alam. So that is why kailangan nating ma-identify kung saan ba nanggagaling ang selos. If it is a normal jealousy, kasi mahal ka lang niya at nakikita niya na ba't ka nakikipagkita ng ex mo? that is a normal jealousy. And that is a very justifiable jealousy. Pero kapag hindi justifiable yung jealousy, you have to talk to the person. At kapag hindi nyo nakukuha na pag-uusap, nag-aaway pa rin kayo, then you better think for yourself. Isipin mo kung tama ba yung relasyon na pinasukan mo. Alright? Host, favor ka ba sa kabila? Anong favor sa kabila na ano? Anong favor sa kabila? Kailangan ko maintindihan anong favor sa kabila. Jeline, lumabas ka. Napapaligiran ka na. Jeline, joke nga Paano naging totoo yun, host? Hindi ko alam. You know, the only way for a person to actually justify it is for the person to ask for it. Hindi naman pwede kasi yun na the answers could be coming from other party. Diba? The answers should always be coming from one person. That's how it works. That's how it works. Kailangan talaga. Kung gusto nyong klaruhin at interesado kayo sa isa't isa, then you have to clear it by yourself. It doesn't need to come from other people. Kasi the more it becomes complex, kapag nagiging galing siya sa ibang tao. Diba? Yesterday, once more. Tama, correct. Dito lang ako nakikinig kay Filmer from Jeline Cortez. Alright? Attention is the key for a better life. That's very true. Kailangan nyo rin maintindihan. Are you looking for love or are you looking for attention? You have to ask yourself. From ARGC, hala, oy, magaling masyado mag-explain. Oy, I like your expertise, good loves. Nakastop ko og hugas sa plato, kay gigil ko maminaw og matulaw ni mo. Maraming salamat, Sisi. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Alright? Sexylicious, pero sa amin ng past relationship ko, Nika, sa tingin ko, napaka-perfect nung una. Naiintindihan namin yung weakness ng isa't isa. Sobra yung trust, pero yung test ko sa kanya, yung nagtulak sa kanya to cheat. Then that is not a deserving part. Ayun, alam mo naman kasi, Sisi, there are relationships like ups and downs. We always have to remember that there is no perfect relationship. There are no perfect relationship, and there are no relationships that are stagnated. Sa relationship, you have to work it out every single day. Hindi po tayo pwedeng maging kampante. If you are in a relationship, hindi ka pwedeng maging kampante that you are just telling the person na, kasi mahal niya ako kasi maganda ako, kasi asawa niya ako. Remember that even if you are married, relationships needs to be worked out, needs to be talked, needs to be given time, and needs to be understood. Kasi sa relasyon, it's an everyday challenge. In order for you to tackle and have a healthy relationship, every day is a new day for a relationship. Every day needs to be a new day for you. Kapag okay kayo ngayon, if today is a perfect day for you, tomorrow it doesn't mean it's gonna be a perfect day for you too. When you are in a relationship, and no matter how long you have been together, you are in a relationship, every day is a new challenge for you. And if you get tired in one day of making your relationship a new day as a challenge, then you are missing a big part of your connection. Kasi sa araw-araw, you're not dealing a robot. So every day will always be a new day for you. So kapag nasa relasyon kayo, huwag kayong maging kampante because we are okay. Every day is a new day of challenge, and two of you needs to work it out. Selos is part, absolutely. Selos will always be there kasi nga, mahal mo yung tao, pero justifiable na selos. Right? Pag hindi naman justifiable yung selos, and you are setting too much standard. Ito kasi yung pagkakamali sa relationship People are expecting. Both of you have expectations. Ang tanong ko sa inyo, napag-uusapan nyo ba yung expectations nyo? You talk about expectations. Nag-uusap ba kayo as couple? Ikaw, si lalaki, what are your expectations of me? Ako naman, si babae, what are my expectations to you? Nag-uusap ba kayo ng ganyan? Di ba wala? And most of the time, 95% of the relationship never talked about that. But they assume too much of expectations. Hindi nyo na nga na pag-uusapan, nag-a-assume pa kayo. Saan nyo tingin ang problema? Exactly, from Medsky Juan. Yan talaga ang yung advantage ng isang introvert person. We can find ways kung paano magiging masaya. Ay, may nabasa pala ako kay Humble kanina. Sabi ni Humble, single siya. Alright, sabi ni Humble, single daw siya. Alright, ayan talaga yung advantage ng isang introvert person. We can find ways kung paano maging masaya na kahit kami lang mag-isa. Yes, absolutely. There are several characteristics of every person. There are the extrovert, the introvert, and those characteristics varies from every person. And those characteristics as well varies when you have in the relationship. Kung tanggap ba yon ng inyong karelasyon. If you are an introvert type of person and your partner truly understands that and truly accepts that, then it's fine. But pag hindi naman, then you have a lot of things to argue. Pero if you are an introvert type of person, you will always find time to be happy for yourself. But it doesn't mean that it only happens for introvert. Being happy to yourself could always be experienced to everyone, regardless. That's regardless whether you are an introvert type of person or you are an extrovert type of person. You will always experience that one, and that is very, very true. Mega love shout out din sa isa pa nating kaibigan, Tita Des. Thank you so much for coming, and maraming salamat. All right, mega love shout out to you then. All right, we have a new friend in here. Thank you so much for coming. We have Nikki. Nikki, thank you so much for coming, Nikki. You already have a chat then, all right? Nikki, reality, not a fairy tale. Absolutely. We are talking about reality in here. Kasi, yung mga akala naman kasi natin, kasi sobra niya ako mahal, sobra talaga, as in, wala na siyang time na ginagawa, sa akin na lang lahat. And those are fairy tales. Those are not reality. Those are the things that we put in our mind because we believe that is the best. But that is not a healthy relationship, for Christ's sake. You have to remember that. Diba? Ayan, si Meds from Ayan. Mega love shout out, Nikki. Mega love shout out to you. Who is Nikki? Alright. Sisi ko, I miss you too from Medsky Juan. Tita Des, relax ako listening here kay Palangging ko. Alright. 69ers, DJ1, thank you so much. I love DJ1, mega love shout out. Alright. Hi, Ma'am Medsky Juan from KM Filmer. Naiyak ako. It's okay to cry. It's okay. Like I've always tell you, Desire TV, it is okay to cry. It is okay not to be okay. For as long as you are aware that you are not okay. Alright? Wala, there's no permanent thing. It's not permanent. You will pass. And you will be okay soon enough. Don't worry about that one. If you wanted to cry right now, cry it out. Let it out. Embrace that you are in pain. Nasaktan ka? Yes. Embrace it. One day you'll be fine. Trust me. You will be fine. Just wait for that moment. Alright? Brad KM, hello from Medsky Juan. Sexalicious, andito lang ako. Iyak ako with you. Oy. Ayan, ARJC Avenue. I shared your LS video to my friend para makapamino. Yo! Thank you so much. It is really appreciated. Maraming salamat po. Thank you so much. From Nikki, reality is not a fairy tale. Absolutely. Alright, Sexalicious, siguro nga wala lang siyang contentment. Kaya naghahanap siya ng iba at nagkakaroon ng courage para itapon yung 5 years. Yes, Sisi. Eto sasabihin ko sa'yo, Sisi. Never ever base a relationship on the length of time. You have a self-worth. You are beautiful. You have a lot of opportunities in life. wag na wag mong i-justify ang isang relasyon because matagal kayo. Never ever believe in that. Kapag mahal ka ng tao, regardless kung gaano kayo katagal, sisi, it will never be a basis of love. The length of time can always not be a basis of love. Because love itself is a feeling and an emotion. At hindi mo nababase sa gaano nyo katagal. Pag mawala yung pag-ibig mo sa isang tao, if you lose the love for one person, you cannot gain it back because iisipin mo, ang tagal namin, ang sayang. No! If you lost that emotion, if you lose that feeling, if you lose the feeling of love for one person, it only implies that there is no more love no matter how long you have been together. Ibig sabihin, may problema. It's either sa'yo or problema sa sarili niya. It could be a person doesn't just have contentment like you said, or it could be that person truly didn't love you fully. Or truly there is something wrong in the middle of the relationship. And if you truly love the person, you let him go. Huwag mong pilitin. Kasi kung hindi ka mahal ng tao, if the person doesn't love you anymore, do never beg the love to come back again. Find someone who can love you. Find someone who can spare the love for you. It is not your loss after all. Ayan, Nikki, I love your topic tonight, host. Thank you so much for appreciating it. Maraming salamat po, Nikki. Alright, Humble Balista, isa yan sa rason kung bakit kami naghiwalay ng ex-fiancé ko. Masaya raw ako kahit ako lang mag-isa. Kaya looking for a woman na can understand me as an introvert guy. Ay, totoo yun, no? Kasi, eto yung sa relasyon. Eto talaga yung sa relasyon, no? Kasi, sometimes or most of the time, I'll tell you this, this is very common. Ito kasi, in a relationship, yung isang tao or either one of you, si babae or si lalaki, sometimes, kino-compare niya yung sarili niya. Pag sinasabi niya, kasi ako malungkot ako ngayon, dapat dinadamayan mo ako. Ba't ka masaya? Ba't ikaw masaya? Ba't ako hindi? Is that how you call love? Di ba dapat, pag mahal mo yung tao, masaya ka kapag yung tao masaya? Because that's how love is. That is supposed to be how the definition of love. But if you can't be happy for someone kasi masaya siya, then you are only considering yourself. Then you don't have a relationship. Why would you have a relationship when you're only considering your own happiness? Hi, Mats! Mega love shoutout from I Love DJ Wine. Alright, from KM Filmer. Kawawa naman, Humble, oy. Meron din darating sa'yo, Humble, sa pogi mong yan. Oo, may darating talaga. And you just have to, if you wanted to look for it, look for it. If you wanted to wait, then wait for it. It's all about choices. If you wanted to choose to wait for it, then wait for it. But if you wanted to look for it, look for it. Nothing is really impossible. Kasi when you look for someone, then you have the chance to find someone. But if you keep on waiting for someone, then your time is gonna be wasted. So I'd say, if you are gonna ask me, look for someone. Doon mo lang malalaman kung mahahanap mo ba siya o hindi. But then again, you have to make sure na hindi ka nagmamadali. Kasi pag nagmamadali ka, makukuha mo talaga yung hindi. Yung hindi talaga para sa'yo. Sexalicious, I believe na pag may nagsara ng doors sa'yo, may malaking gate na nakakabuka. It's up to you. It's up to you. It's up to us na lang ang desisyon. Love you, Beth, from Metsi Juan. If the door closes, if the door closes, the window opens. Believe in that. Trust me. Pag may pagmamahal na nawala, may pagmamahal na darating. Don't rush. Ikaw na ba yun, KM Filmer? Haha, fishty doon. Talaga. Yoko to Alright, tama. Yesterday once more. Ayaw ko talagang maniwala sa akin, Humble, pogi ka, fishty ka talaga. Alright? Pag mahal mo ang isang tao, masaya ka. Absolutely. Pag mahal mo yung isang tao, masaya ka. It's just how it is. Yung topic naman natin for tonight is the part wherein you too much. Alam mo yung too much that you are no longer exercising your own self. You don't have the privacy anymore. You don't have the ability to have your own thing, to do your own thing. Kasi, remember in a relationship, you don't own the person. Even if you are married, even if you are connected, you never own a person. You do not own the person. You do not own someone. Remember this all the time. That no matter how much you love the person, you do not own the person. So please, never demand on the person. You talk, you agree on things, but you don't demand too much. Maybe some a little bit, but it's not considered as demand. That should be something that you need to open. Okay lang ba na ganito? Okay lang ba ng ganito? Because nobody owns someone. Nobody owns a person. Nobody owns a partner. No matter if you are married, you do not own anyone. You have your own life to exercise with. Kasi it's a very healthy relationship kapag may sarili pa rin kayong pamumuhay. Even if you are together, even you love each other, it is very important to have a healthy relationship wherein you also exercise your own personal matters. Your partner needs to exercise your own personal matters as well. They have their own set of friends. You have your own set of friends. But you are not supposed to live by just your own because you are not designed to just live in your own. Paano naman yung sarili nyo? Paano naman yung personal na kaligayahan nyo if you are only basing everything in a certain relationship because you are bounded together, because you are married, and then your life is bounded for something that actually makes the relationship even worse later. Akala nyo lang talaga maganda yan. Akala nyo yan ngayon. Mind you, in the later part of that, magbabuburyo kayo. And when that time comes, because you're not giving yourself opportunity already for others to be with, and for others to enjoy with, and for others to mingle with, your relationship goes crash right away. Kasi sa sobrang tagal ng panahon, kinikimkim nyo, hindi nyo pinag-uusapan, yun pala, may isa na sa inyo na medyo punong-puno na. And by the time that person decides, kasi hindi na niya kaya, your relationship crashes. And that you have to remember.
Yeah.
Pag di mo mahal ang isang tao, masaya ka rin. Of course. Alangan naman, di ba? Labs, naminaw akong bana. Pa-shoutout daw, RJ. Oh, mega love shoutout for the husband of ARJC Avenue, RJ Cabaron. Mega love shoutout to you. And thank you so much for listening. I totally appreciate that one. So if you have any questions in here, psychologically related, love issues, in marriage counseling perhaps, maybe you can always ask in here, all right? I'd be glad to be entertaining all your questions in here and as much as I can, but you just have to ask it in here, all right? And once again, mega love shout out for RJ Cabaron, the husband of ARJC Avenue. Thank you so much for listening. All right? Alright, humble barista. Ayaw kong maniwala kay filmer. Bakit kayo ayaw nyo magkaniwalaan? Ay, alam nyo, humble KM, baka kayo yung magkakatuluyan dyan. Ayan, look for it is the key for a better life. Bakit it? Alright, don't rush. If the door closes, get the key. Chiling, malaki na talaga ang nasisira sa pagbabagok ng ulo mo, Chiling, ha? Alright, kung sarado ang door, open ang window, tatalon yan, host. Kaya, parang ganon. If the door closes, sunugin na ang bahay. Don't rush because it will lead to trash. Absolutely. There's nothing actually good in rushing. Kasi pag nirarush mo, pag minamadali mo yung panahon, pag minamadali mo yung pagkakataon, first and foremost, ang nawawala sa'yo ay yung oportunidad mo na makilala yung tao. Alright? Second na mawawala sa'yo, if you are trying to rush in things, ang mawawala sa'yo is your own self-worth. Kasi hindi mo hinahayaan yung sarili mo na makilala pa more ang isang tao. Then you are jumping from one conclusion so fast. And then you wouldn't be able to know better the person if you are rushing things. Ano ba kasi minamadali nyo? Diba? I don't think there is a need for rushing. Right? Alright, Jeline, putik ka talaga. You don't know. Alright, atay ka, Jeline, susunugin talaga. May sunog talaga nangyayari. Ito si Jeline, ano to arson to Kakaloka to si Jeline, ha? Ayan. If the door is closed, the key is under the rack. Wag tanga. Iangat mo lang ang makakapasok sa mga loko kayo. Alright. Jeline Cortez, si Med si Juan, apakaseryoso ni host Nika. It's a very serious topic. May tawanan naman. Oo, diba? Thank you, Ate Meds ko. Hirap pa rin kasi. These are kasi ang pagiging mahirap naman kasi, the letting go on the moving part is the hardest part of all. And kapag namumuhay ka doon sa kahapon, because the relationship is really good, was really good, and sayang, then you are really not helping yourself. You are trying to make things even worse for you. So you have to remember that. Alright? If the door closed, kumatok ng tao sa may luka-luka talaga to, naiwan. And then, naghahanda ng pagkain. Alright. Palangging. Malaki na ng sira. Ang laki na ng sira ng utak na Jeline. Promise. Alright, Jeline. Di ubra ang banat mo ngayon. Seryoso si pala. Oo, totoo. But it's really true. What we are talking in here are the basic facts. Ito naman talaga yung katotohanan. These are actually basic facts na talaga namang kailangan nating maintindihan at malaman. Alright? Kaya nga, dinidiscuss natin ito kasi remember that we need to understand the concept of it. Ika nga nila, falling in love for many people means that you found somebody to spend your life with. Your other half. Diba? While some falling in love and being in a relationship gives you the comfort of never to be alone, for others it begins a cycle of unhealthy emotional attachments and dependencies without them even noticing it. Alright? People have different definitions of falling in love, but the fact still remains that we begin a healthy relationship when we fall in love because of the things that we are expecting. Kasi akala naman kasi natin that is very, very common. If you are in the process of longing for someone, kasi nga kailangan mo ng someone, kasi nga you are lonely kasi mag-isa ka, you wanted to find a better half of you, you wanted to have a relationship with someone kasi kailangan mo ng relationship with this, kasi gusto mong magmahal, gusto mong maranasan yung minahal ka at magmamahal ka. But then again, that comes in yung problema. Kasi akala mo doon pa lang, you don't have the proper boundaries Ang akala natin kasi na kapag when we are in the relationship, we really need to be together forever. We need to be always together kasi iisipin natin na eto kasi kailangan namin, eto talaga, yung bawat minuto, wala nang pagkakataon. Kasi bawat minuto, chine-check mo, bawat minuto, ganito, bawat ito, wala nang life. There's no life already for one person. Yung alam mo yung, andun na yung supposed to be may experience ng isang tao, yung sarili niya mismo. Kasi we have to remember that when you give the opportunity for your partner to be able to be alone, to be himself, to be herself, and to enjoy yung sarili niya, binibigyan mo siya ng pagtitiwala. You gave the trust to the person. You are giving the opportunity to trust the person. Kapag masyado mong hinawakan sa leeg yung isang tao, and you are really trying to choke the person kasi akala mo pagmamahal yon, akala mo. But the thing is, you are not thinking of your partner, but rather, you're thinking of yourself. Kasi yun yung makakasatisfy sa'yo na sa'yo lang siya. Na hindi mo siya pakawalan. Akala mo that is love. Sa sobra mong pagmamahal, you wanted the person to just be with you. That the person doesn't have a life of her own, of his own. Yun lang ang akala mo. But that thing is not love. That is possessiveness. That is the thing that would kill the relationship. Ayan, Jeline, asa ilalim lang ng bato ang susi. Lugo-lugo talaga to. Yes, you see? Hindi nyo maiintindihan yan at hindi mo malalaman yan because you are in the situation. Akala mo lang yon. That's why we have this topic for tonight for you to be aware na may mga bagay na kailangan nating intindihin in a relationship. May mga bagay na kailangan nating bigyan or pagtuunan ng pansin kasi hindi ibig sabihin na ang lahat ay nakukuha sa pagiging forever na nagiging stick together kayo na wala na kayong chance na mag-experience ng sarili nyo. You don't have that. You always have the time. Don't you think? Don't you ever think or don't you ever come up in your mind that sometimes or somehow it becomes too much already? That it becomes possessiveness. It becomes more than what you could ever imagine. I want you to consider that. Ayan, sabi ni Sexylicious here, introvert ka ba? Sabi ni Humble, introvert ka ba? I love the topics from Nancy Juan. Thank you so much, Cici. Tama talaga yan, host Nika. Alright, maraming salamat. Yep, medyo introvert na siya. Ayan, Jeline, asa ila. Alright, I've read that one already. Sexylicious, I totally understand. We can't be just fine in a snap. But we need to embrace the pain and accept the fact that not all things will last. Wala naman talaga. Not even our own life are not permanent. Not even our loved ones. Not even our parents. Not even our brothers, sisters. Not even our friends. Nothing is permanent. Life can never be permanent. And nothing is totally permanent. Remember, the only constant in this world is change. And nothing else. Noted, Sexylicious from Humble Barista. Sexylicious, Nika, please, bigyan mo naman ako ng advice kung paano makamove on ng madali. Kasi sa tingin ko, parang hindi pa rin ako nakaka-move on. Nakaka-depress po. This is not an advice kasi I normally don't give advice, alright? But I will tell you the truth and I will give you an idea on how you can move on, but not on the part that it's gonna be fast. Kasi, remember, in moving on, there are no gauge. There are no time frame in moving on. Eto, makinig ka, designer, alright? In moving on in a certain aspect of life, regardless whether it is a relationship or not, whether it is a part wherein namatayan ka or whatever losses you have, in moving on part, there are no specific time. There are no length of time that you can tell that you have moved on. Some people can easily move on in 2 weeks time, 1 week time, a week, a month or two. Some people cannot move on in 6 years or 9 years time. Because moving on, in all honesty, is all depends on you. Alright? But eto yung kailangan mong maintindihan. In moving on part, this is the most difficult part of a person. If you are moving on at nasa sitwasyon ka, you need to understand kung saan galing yung sakit at kung saan nanggagaling yung pag-hold back mo. Are you expecting na magkabalikan kayo? Are you hoping that one day may isip niya na you are a better person than the other one? That one day lalabas sa punto na maghihingi siya ng tawad and that she wanted to comes back to you? You need to identify that. What are your expectations? Or you have already in your heart that you are putting an end to it. Kasi you need to know that. We need to set boundaries of ourselves. We need to know hanggang saan pwede lang tayo. Hanggang saan tayo yung limitations natin. Human as we are capable to be vulnerable. But being vulnerable is good. Being vulnerable sometimes is a way of us to feel the love of the person. We can't be able to feel the love because we allow ourselves to be vulnerable. But we cannot be vulnerable all the time. We cannot be the person to to be expecting something. Kaya kailangan mong identify yun. Ano ba ang gusto mo, desire? What you truly want. What you truly need in your life. Do you wish? Do you really want to move on? Or is it a want or a need? Are you hanging on to something because you are expecting something? Because if you are in that category, you need to know saan ka lulugar between the two. Kasi pag hindi mo alam yan, gusto mo, sasabihin mo sa akin, ayoko na talaga, ayoko na. But at the back of your mind is telling you, I want you back, I want him back. Then magkakaproblema tayo dyan. We have to know which boundaries we are in. Do you still want to be with him? Or you wanted to put an end? If you identify that, focus on that. Focus and give attention to what you want and what you desire. Because if you are not going to focus on that and you keep on holding back and you think that, okay na ako, I'm putting a period in this, I don't want to have a relationship with him. At the back of your mind, it's telling you, you still love him and you still want him. You need to identify that one. Saan ka ba dapat lulugar? If you wanted to have a proper moving on, gusto mong lagyan ng period, embrace the fact that you don't want him, you don't need him. Putulin mo yung connection. And you try to live your life. You try to live your life on how you wanted your life to be without him. At a certain period of time, mahihirapan ka, but trust me, you'll get used to it. Masasanay ka. Masasanay ka din. Alright? Exactly. It depends on. Absolutely, Palanggeng. The only constant is change. Definitely. It depends on you. Depends on us. Sabi ni Sisi Mez dito. Depends host. Depends saan, Sisi Chilene. It always depends on something. From Nikki, true love takes time. Also, moving on takes time. Masakit pero makaka-move on ka pa din. Mawawala din ang pain. Absolutely. Remember that nothing is permanent. Kahit yung sakit na mararamdaman mo is not gonna be permanent. Alright? Pag iniwan ka ng tao, it is okay. Think it is not your loss. You are a better woman. You are a beautiful woman. It's not your loss. It's his loss. Grazel! Mega love shoutout, Grazel. Maraming salamat sa mga patamsak po natin dyan. ARJC, thank you so much, Sisi. Jelaine Cortez, Desire TV, you got it, Palanggeng. Yes! From Humble Barista, ako kaya di pa naka-move on kasi may 20,000 akong, May 20,000 ako na-deposit sa bank account namin. Di ko ma-withdraw kapag wala ang perma niya. Buweset. Mapag-usapan naman yan eh. Perma lang naman yan eh. You can always talk about it, di ba? Ayan, embrace the pain until we get numb. Totoo yan. Eto, Sisi, Desire, no? Nasaktan ka. Alam mo, admit it, nasaktan ako. Masakit. Yes, masakit. But you cannot get out from that. That's why feel the pain. One day, magigising ka lang talaga. Sasabihin mo, oh my God, nakakahiya yung ginawa ko, nakakadiri. Ba't ako iyak ng iyak sa kanya? Yuck! Ganun talaga, I swear. Trust me, you will. And you will. And you will hit to that point. So, just do what you do and do what you love to do. Version, keep yourself busy and embrace yourself more. This is myself. And I'm better than this. You know? You encourage yourself. You encourage yourself to be a better person. And not because nawala siya, mawawala ka na din. My God, Sisi, you're not giving justice to yourself. You're not giving justice of being a woman. You know? Be the strong woman that you are and be that someone to really enjoy your life. Wag mong sayangan. Eto, tignan mo ha. Eto yung disadvantage nito. When you are going to focus on something that is too much painful, too much negative, you already have taken a part of your life. When you are supposed to experience a good life ahead, you have already taken a part of your good life to become nonsense, to become sad, to become someone who's not you. So why would you focus on that? Why not focus on something you are pretty much good at? Diba? Pain is temporary from Jelaine Cortez. Alright. It has been said that time heals all wounds. Time heals all wounds. That is very true, but you have to help yourself as well. You have to help yourself. You cannot just rely on time. You have to help yourself. Because no one can ever, no matter how good I am, no matter how good my counseling will be on you, if you are not willing to really embrace it, and if you're not willing to move on, you will never move on. I tell you that. If you are holding yourself for 20 years and you are still not moving on, it is your decision. And it will always be your decision because that's why you have not moved on. Because in all honesty, Sissy, no one can decide for you, only yourself. I'm just giving you some tips and some possibilities what you can do. But if you are not going to help yourself with this, you're not going to move on for the rest of your life. And it will just be a bad thing for you to see life. Kasi makikita mo yung buhay as something that is really not appreciable. That is something that is not enjoyable anymore. Ayan, Sexalicious minus 18 years. So, kayang-kaya mo yan. Fight, of course. If you are in the pain, if you are still not move on, just live with it. Alright? But you cannot stop your life. Pag naisip mo pa din na napakasakit, it's okay. But you still need to live your life. Alright? Hindi pwede yung nasasaktan kasi ako, ayoko na, ganito, ganyan, ayoko na sa buhay ko, ayoko nang mabuhay, ayoko nang ganito kasi ang sakit-sakit. No! Your life is very beautiful. Life is very beautiful. If you're gonna waste it, it's a big sadness of truth. That's why you need to. Alright? Ayan, Sexalicious. Siguro, yun siguro ang dahilan kung bakit parang nagka-phobia ako. Yung paranoia ko na lahat ng lalaki cheater. Wag naman siguro. Don't generalize it. Alright? You need to heal. Okay? At the CC Desire, you need to heal. You need to heal. You badly need to heal. Remember that no two people are alike. Wala pong dalawang tao na magkapareha. No two persons are alike. Not even you, not even your sisters, not even your twins. If you have twins, it's just that no two people are alike. Wala pong katalagang magkapareho. And may mga taong manloloko, may mga taong hindi. But not all are manloloko. Give yourself a chance. Forgive yourself for thinking that. Kasi you wouldn't be able to know. Alam mo, Sisi, magmahal tayo, masasaktan tayo, but we can never get tired of loving. Kasi, parte talaga eh. When you love, there is pain. When there's love, there's pain. Magmahal ka, masaktan ka man ngayon, huwag mong isipin that the next time around, you can't be able to pain anymore. Kasi, there are no perfect relationships. Mangyari man yung dapat mangyari, successful man o hindi, but you can never get tired of loving. The most important thing there is, huwag kang mag-isip na sayang yung panahon. Kasi those times, maligaya ka naman. Those times you felt the love, you were happy. This time around is just so unlucky that you are not happy kasi hindi kayo nagkatuluyan. But that's just how the design of life is. There are just things that aren't just meant to be. There are just things that no matter how you wanted to push, and there are just things that no matter how you wanted to happen and that how you wanted to be in the course of the relationship that you wanted to be together, there are just relationships that aren't meant to be. And if this one is not successful for you, it doesn't necessarily mean that you will have a successful one next time. You could have another unsuccessful relationship by the next time around. But you cannot live in the thought or in the feelings of being in fear. You can never live a life of being in fear. Kasi the moment you are going to feel that you are always in fear, you have already lost you have already lost the time to enjoy life. From Nikki, iiyak lang ang pain while cutting the connection. Absolutely. Sisi, when you're cutting the connection, alam ko masakit. Alam ko it's not easy. Alam ko kasi mahal mo yung tao eh. And cutting the connection for the person is really the most difficult part kasi alam mo mahal mo yung tao. But if there is unhealthy relationship anymore, I don't want you to be in that living on the moment of pain kasi natatakot ka or kasi matakot ka mag-move on kasi baka pareho na naman yung mangyari. Remember, na panahon nyo sa 5 years nyo, there were times na masaya kayo. Appreciate that moment and live with that moment. Appreciate that you have experienced being happy with them and appreciate that there is also a moment of sadness. Hindi naman lahat kasi kaligayahan eh. No matter how much we love the person, it is not always we are gonna be happy. Feel the moment that when you were happy, embrace it. Kasi masaya kayo dun eh. That was the time where you were happy. It's just that this time around you weren't. But that's okay. Alright. From KM Filmer, unfair yung lahat cheater. Mga babae naman sus Ginoo. Oo, hindi lang naman lalaki. Babae, either babae or lalaki, it applies. It applies. Hindi naman lahat ng mga, hindi naman lahat, we can always throw it through men. Diba? So, we have to appreciate that. Alright, it has been said that, ang sabi ni Jillian dito, may mga sinasabi na naman itong babae ito. Alright, it has been said that time heals all wounds. I don't agree. The wounds remain. Time. The mind protecting its sanity covers them with some scar tissues and pain lessons, but it's never gone. Saan mo na naman nakukuhang Google to, Jillian, ha? Saan mo na naman nakukuha mo itong mga sinasabi mo? Anong pinaglalaban mo, KM? From Desire TV. Ayan, humble barista, sexylicious, eto lang. Kung di man si Nika, may isang tao na gagamitin si Papa God na magpapagising sa kanyang sitwasyon mo. Prayer is powerful. You might not get it right away, but very soon. Oh, humble, pwede ka na magpastor. Thank you for that, humble. It's actually appreciated. Thank you for that very well said opinion of yours, alright? Unfair yung lahat. Bakit balik ng balik si KM Filmer with the words that he's saying? Anong pinaglalaban mo, KM? Alright? Take chances, make mistakes. That's how you grow. Pain nourishes your courage. You have to fall in order to practice being brave. Very true. Very, very true. We always take the risk. Take the risk. For you, if you wanted to fall in love, take the risk. If you can't take the risk, nothing will happen. Alright? Sabi ni Kem, Bebe, host para ka talagang yung host ni Kibuloy. Di maganda ako, Bebe. Para akong host ni Kibuloy, sobrang ganda ko, Bebe. Mega love shoutout din sa isa nating kaibigan, Air Computer TV. Thank you so much for coming. Nika, mega love shoutout thumbs up. Maraming salamat for coming. Alright, and mega love shoutout to you. Humble, may iba kasi na nagdadasal na magka-BF for GF. Binibigyan pero ang asa utak niya ay ang ex niya, tapos magdadasal ulit, bibigyan ulit, hindi lang isa, 3 pa. Hopya pa din ang magbabago sa utak ng ex. When you jump, remember that jumping from one relationship to another can never be solved an issue. Jumping from one relationship to another to cover up your pain is never a good decision to make. If you are not healed, don't jump from one relationship to another. Heal yourself. Pagalingin mo yung sarili mo kasi walang ibang magpapagaling sa sarili nyo kundi ang mismong sarili nyo. If you can't do that because you need other people to heal for you, don't expect that you will be able to heal. At yung sinasabi ng iba, nakakatulong kasi siya, kasi yung bago kong boyfriend ngayon nakakatulong talaga, or yung bagong dumating sa buhay ko ngayon nakakatulong talaga. Remember that if you are not willing to help yourself solely and fully, if you are depending the healing from others for the rest of your life, you will be dependent. And you will never have a successful relationship because because your healing, you depended from others. Paano pag nasaktan ka ulit? Maghahanap ka na naman para mag-heal sa'yo. It's a cycle that you need to understand. Jeline, naka-google ka. O, galing naman ni Jeline, bebe. Naka-google talaga. Super. Ayan, Google pa more, Jeline. Tama. Correct from Jeline. Thank you, humble. Na-appreciate kita. Very nice. That's very, very nice. Oh, no worries, Excelicious. Oh, that was a good kick, humble, huh? It's a good one. When there is pain, there are no words. All pain is the same. All right. Kiyam, from Jeline, Kiyam, sino si host, si Kibuloy? Kilala ko? Ayan. Hindi mo pa na ata nakita. Sabi, isend mo nga, bebe, kay Jeline. Tingnan mo, Jeline, host. Tingnan mo, Jeline, host B, Kibuloy. Rebound is different. And absolutely, wag naman ganon, di ba? If you wanted to be healed and if you wanted your life to be steady and to be really, really appreciated. Remember, eto yung tignan mo. Mahihirapan kang humanap ng relationship kapag kulang kang pagmamahal sa sarili mo. And this is what you will notice as well. If you give so much love for yourself, you will attract a relationship. Pero kapag kulang-kulang ka, maghahabol ka. That's the downside of incomplete. Kasi pag punong-puno ka naman ng pagmamahal sa sarili mo, you don't need someone to suffice that love. If that someone comes, you embrace it, you accept it, and you share your love kasi madami ka na. But you don't need someone to complete you. You are already complete. And when you are complete, and someone comes to you, that means that one may be, perhaps, for you. Diba? Alright, mega love shoutout din sa aking pagkaibigan all the way from United States of America, Texas, United States of America. Mom Shites, mega love shoutout to you. Humble, I hate ex na hindi marunong magsabi. I hate ex na hindi marunong magsabi ng straight to the point. Na end na ang relationship, yung ihang ka sa sitwasyon, tapos pag nagkakaroon ka na ulit na sasabihin sa'yo bakit sinabi ko bang end na ang relasyon? It's very true. You have to be honest. If you are in a relationship, you have to be straightforward. Kung ayaw mo at hindi mo gusto, these are the things that I don't want. These are the things that I don't need. So I'm giving it. Diba? So if not, it's okay. But if you wanted to tell the truth, if you wanted to tell something, then go for it. You have to be honest. You cannot be just someone to keep on hanging kasi may iniisip mo na, ay, ayoko itong ibigay lahat kasi dapat itatago ko to. No, you can't. You cannot. You cannot be in a relationship when you are the kind of person who's not honest. And you're not going to be having a very healthy relationships as well. Nice topic here. Maraming salamat, Ma'am Chitas. Thank you so much. And thank you so much for coming as well. Tama ka talaga, host, from KM Filmer. Thank you so much, KM. Alright? Humble barista, I feel you. Alright? Job Sublime, Ma'am Chitas, hello, mega love shout out to you. Someone won't accept to end the relationship even if it was toxic. It's a choice. And it depends on a person. May mga tao kasing humahawak or naghahang on doon sa sitwasyon kasi iniisip nila, but baka may chance pa. Maybe there are chances that haven't been discovered. Yun. So it's all about choices as well. Kung ayaw mong kumawala sa relasyon, kung ayaw mo siyang pakawalan, that is because you choose that part not to. But if you wanted to move on and you wanted to live a life accordingly na magiging masaya ka, you are going to cut that tie. You are going to move forward. Remember, in moving on, doesn't mean that you need to forget. In moving on, you just have to forgive. Forgetting is not part of it. Because when you still remember that and you feel okay about that, it means that you have fully moved on. And it feels that it is a reminder for you that you have been experiencing that bad situation, that bad moment, that sad part of life. But it didn't shake you. You are still standing because you are a strong person. And that needs to be reminded all the time. Kay babae man, kay lalaki, you still need to remind yourself that if your relationship is not successful, it is a lesson that you need to learn. Host, lately, I really like all your topics. Maraming salamat, Ma'am Shet. Oy, alam niyo ba na this topic is actually an idea of KM Filmer. To be honest, ito talaga sinabi niya that pwede ba daw pag-usapan yung topic na ganito. Something like that, but I made a little adjustment sa wordings, but the idea itself is actually from KM. So, KM, thank you so much. Thank you so much for bringing this topic. Kasi hindi ko talaga siya naisip eh. I have already a prior topic to this one, but he actually told me na subukan mo to. Subukan mo yung ganito na etong topic na ganito. So I just made a twist on the idea, pero the idea itself is really coming from KM Filmer. Alright? I already cut the knot off, but he's still holding on. Yes, kasi the holding on part naman talaga is always dependent on every person. And we cannot blame. We cannot blame on people kung they made a choice. Hindi talaga. No matter how much we do, no matter how much we truly want things to make our own way, but there are things that it's really out of our control. Right? It is. It's just how it is. Alright? Sabi ni Nikki, may iba na manggagamit lang to cover up the pain o akala niya ma-heal siya agad. If she or he jumps into another relationship, selfish love. Absolutely. Ito yung sinasabi natin talaga na hindi sila nabubuhay. Eh, alam niyo yung mga babaeng. Ito sa babae kasi it's very common to nangyayari sa babae eh. Sa lalaki din naman meron, pero based on experience, babae yung common na na-encounter ko dito eh. Na marami talagang tao, or let's just put it in general. May mga tao talaga na hindi nabubuhay na pag walang girlfriend or boyfriend. Yung parang nawalan na sila, nasaktan na sila ganun, tapos akala nila maghihilom yung sugat nila, tapos magpapalit sila ng bago. Tapos kinukuha nila yung bago, tapos makikipagrelasyon na naman sila, but they are not actually breaking the chain. They are actually tolerating the chain. Kasi, ang nangyayari, nakikipagrelasyon siya, na-successful relationship, hindi niya talaga nag-heal yung sarili niya, hindi niya tinapos dito, jumping from one relationship to another kasi akala niya maghihilom yung sugat. But eventually, this type of relationship, sunod-sunod siya nangyayari, ang mangyayari siya from one relationship to another, it's the same chain, it's the same pattern, na akala niya pagiging, pero hindi magiging successful pa din. Kasi yung iniwan niya ditong bakas, yun pa rin yung mangyayari sa bago. Kasi akala niya maghihilom, pero yun pa rin yun. Definitely it will. Because wala nga siyang, the unfinished business is already there. Merong unfinished business na hindi naghihilom from here, but you are jumping to it, to another one. And it becomes a very more complicated one kasi may nakaranasan ka na dito sa part nito na hindi mo aakalain, na akala mo ay magiging okay, ay maghihilom. But since you jump to another one, yung pattern, yung formula na ginamit dito, maa-apply mo na hindi mo mamamalayan dito sa bago. Kasi nga, you are not healed. What's that? You are not healed. And that's not good. Ayan, Ma'am Chites, kasi nga, maganda ako. Oh, Ma'am Chites, maganda naman to talaga, Ma'am Chites. From Sexalicious, thank you sa idea, KM. May natutunan ako. Alright. Tawad-tawad, Ma'am Chites, oo. Pero maganda ka, Ma'am Chites. It's all, in all honesty, alright? Ma'am Chites, baka naman kasi masarap kang magmahal, kaya di ka na let go. Hirap kaya iiwan ang masarap. Alin ba yung masarap? Oo, pero may mga tao talagang mahirap talaga mag-let go. Oo, kay gaano ka masarap or whatsoever, but there are just things that people linger. People linger to something eh. Ito kasi yung pinaka-basic nito eh. People linger on something. Kasi sayang, kasi ang hirap makahanap ng ganito. My God, but people fail to realize that if that person is not meant for you, it is not your loss. Ito yung na-misunderstood ng mga tao eh. Pag iniwan ka, it is not your loss. Kasi buo ka pa rin. Diba? It's not your loss. They will never be your loss. Pag iniwan ka, go. It's okay. I may be hurt, may be painful for me, but it's never my loss. Kasi buo ka pa rin sa sarili mo. And that you need to learn. And that you need to understand. Na walang pwedeng sino mang makaparealize sa'yo na kulang ka. Because you are who you are. And you are complete of just being who you are. So walang pwedeng tao makapagsabi na wala na ako, kawawa ka, kulang ka na. You never find someone, you'll never be with someone to complete you. Find someone because you want to share a part of you. Para kay Jeline kasi yan, host. I know. The topic that you requested, ang bilis mo nakaisip. Sabi ni Bebe KM dito. Oo, para kay Jeline yan. Para kay part kay Jeline yan. Sabi ng ganun. Oo, galing daw. Para kay part daw kay Jeline. Pero in general naman talaga. The topic is actually to talk about in general. In general talaga. Pero magaling eh. Magaling si KM kasi bilis na nakaisip ng ganito, sabi niya. Pwede daw i-kick in ganito. Bakit daw hindi? Pwede na yung topic na ganito, stuff like that. Galing talaga. Super. Napakagaling talaga yan ng KM Filmer. Alright. Ikaw ba naman nag-spoiled ng tao for 15 years? Hindi ka makalimutan? Yes. Ikaw naman kasi, Ma'am Chites, napakagaling mo mag-spoil, di ba? You really like to spoil people. And, of course, kahit naman, Ma'am Chites, pag marami kang maaalala na kagandahang bagay with the person, it will always come, di ba? Minsan nga, pag naghihiwalay kayo and you still remember those nice times, you smile, and you cry kasi nasasayangan ka doon sa sitwasyon. But nonetheless, why don't you try to appreciate na naranasan mo yung sitwasyon and you were happy with the situation. Diba? Naging masaya naman ako sa kanya. So okay lang. Besides, may mga panahon kami na we are spending with each other, the years that we have, na napakasaya namin. So cherish that moment na naging masaya kayo and not focus on the side doon sa sobrang sad part na iniwan ka. Remember, and once again, binabalik ko talaga to all the time. Bago pa siya dumating, you were whole already. Paano ka magiging kulang pag wala siya? Kaya you have to make sure when you venture into a new relationship, when you venture to a relationship, you have to make sure that you are whole. Buo ka. Kasi pag kulang ka, pumasok ka, siya yung tatapak sa kulang mo. Pero, the downside of that, pag nawala siya, magiging kulang ka ulit. And that's the best part. That's a bad part. That's the downside of that relationship. Yes, panalo ka pa rin. Oo, panalo ka pa rin, di ba? And don't give it all, of course. Reserve something for yourself. Sabi ko nga, again, inuulit ko palagi, you go to a relationship because you don't need them. You decided to be in a relationship kasi mahal mo siya and because you wanted to share your love. Not that person to fill in the lacking love of you. Bawal yan. Sana all masarap. Alright. KM Filmers, sana all. Galing-galing nga eh. Gumagaan pakiramdam. Galing nga eh. Pakiramdam ko. That's good. That's good. I'm happy to hear that. Alright? Pakiulit. From the start, host Nika. Anong pakiulit? Kala mo sa akin? Ma-rewind? Mag-rewind ka mamaya. Ako sisimutin kita pag masarap. Parang favorite ko ang beef steak. Ay, no. Ay, simot is the key. Alright? Cherries and strawberries is the key for a better smoothie. Galing ah. In my 15 years toxic relationship, I admit I spoiled him and he's not even working at all. I gave him all the material things, but I keep something for myself. That's he won't never get it. And I'm proud of it. See? You see the difference? When you find someone to fill in the lacking of your heart, pag nawala yan, para kang mamamatay. Because you will not be whole again. Pero, kapag nagmahal ka ng tao, and you are already whole, you are sharing your love to the person. The difference is, and the lesson of the story, is that never love someone to fill in the blank of your heart because you lack it. Never love someone or have a relationship with someone kasi kailangan mo sila na bubuo sa iyo. That is never a good choice. Magmahal ka kasi mahal mo yung tao and there's no explanation for that. Mahalin mo and because you are willing to share your love for them. Not their love to complete you. Alright. Sex delicious, good thing. Wala kayong naging anak. Mas painful ba? Yeah, very true. But it's another story. It's another story. Pag may anak, mahirap. Mas masyado siyang complicated. It's an obligation that you cannot deny. That's why he still wants to hold on from Ma'am Chikas. Talaga? Oo. Oo nga, Ate Meds. Thankful pa rin ako kahit paano. Hey, nice. And see, there you go. You begin to thank the situation, diba? And then you begin to realize that you still are thankful. You still is thankful for the situation that happened. Kasi mas nagiging tao ka, mas magiging okay ka nito. Kasi naranasan mo na eh. And you begin to be more cautious of things. Yan ang feeling niya now. See? And keep something for yourself. Never 100%. Respect yourself. And I believe in that. There you go. Totoo. Kasi pag binigay mo lahat, wala ka na sa sarili mo. Diba? And again, once again, it is very, very important talaga that it's very, very important talaga. It's just very important. You know, again, pag mahal mo yung tao, mahalin mo yung tao ng buo kasi hindi ka kulang. Okay? Kasi you wanted to share your love for the person. Isn't that nice? Isn't that amazing na mabibigay mo yung pagmamahal mo sa isang tao na mamahalin mo ng buong buo kasi buo ka. Diba? Then you have the less jealousy, you can understand better, hindi kayong tao na very needy na, bakit mo ako hindi tinawagan? Bakit yung ganitong oras hindi mo ako tinawagan? Napakasama mo, yung ganito. Kasi the more you keep on doing that to your partners, to your loved ones, the more you are choking the person. Give time, trust the person. Pag mahal ka ng tao, tatawagin sa'yo. Pag importante ka ng tatawagin sa'yo, hindi mo na kailangan mag-deny, hindi mo na kailangan mag-need, hindi mo na kailangan mag-ask, hindi mo na kailangan mag-demand. Because you are whole anyway. Diba? It's just part of you loving the person. You don't need the person to fill in. Hindi ka kulang. You need to realize that. Alright. Ken Filmer, Bebe, host. Edit lang ako dito, hakinig lang. Okay, Bebe. Thank you, Bebe. Maraming salamat. Alright, Ma'am Shitas, love you host so much, relate. Yes, I'm happy. I'm really happy. To be honest, I'm really happy that you guys are learning. And I'm very happy that you are also trying to interact in here. Kasi napaka-importante that we have interactions para naman masagot ko yung mga katanungan niyo. Alright? Ayan, Kim Filmer, walang mag-edit. Tama. Hindi, may daming gagawin sa BBK. Diba? So, ito yung importante. No? Oh my God, what's wrong? Sandali lang. So, it's very important na we need to have time. It is very important that we allocate time for ourselves and to our partners that they can be themselves. Hindi pwede na puro na lang kayong dalawa, puro na lang kayong nagiging very tight with the relationship. And, kasi hindi parang kulang There's something that is lacking You cannot choke the person and you cannot demand too much for the person. If the person loves you, they will do it. Kusa nilang ginagawa yan. Hindi ka na kailangan mag-demand. And that is a test. That's something that you need to understand. Kasi pag nag-demand ka, bakit ganito? Namimilit ka. Diba? And the person loves you, they'll do it their own. Learn from that. Ayan, sabi ni Ken Filmer, very true talaga host. Kung gusto mong tawagan, kung ayaw naman, wag lang. Diba? Oo, of course. It's very true. It's very true. Diba? Kung ba't ka tumatawa, bebe? Hindi naman tawa ka ata na. Parang may pinapatamaan ka ata, diba? Mahal na talaga kita, Nika. Maraming salamat, Sisi Palanggeng. Maraming salamat. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that one. Thank you so much. Alright? Loves, good night. Sleep na kami ng husband ko. Thanks for your time and lessons we have learned tonight. Sweet dreams. Thank you so much. And have a sweet dreams too. Ayan, ingat po kayo. Tell your husbands hi from me. And thank you so much for the time well spent with me for tonight. I'll be ending the live streaming in a few minutes also. I'll be in 35 minutes, I'll be ending the live streaming as well. So we still have another 35 minutes to talk about a lot of things in here. If you have any questions, you can always ask me. Alright, parinig pa more! From Desire TV, parinig pa more. Selfish love will always ruin. Selfish love will always ruin and end a failed relationship. That's very true. You can never have. Kasi pag sinabi mo naman that's a selfish love. Akala mo naman dun sa partner mo na, ay, mahal na mahal niya ako kasi ginaganito niya ako, ganito, parang nagdi-demand siya, ayaw niyang akong hindi makita. That's what most people fails to realize. Na akala ng tao, yung pagiging possessive ng isang partner or ng isang karelasyon ay parte ng pag-ibig. But that is only a self-love. Kasi doon nasasatisfy yung sarili nila. They feel satisfied on doing that. But what about you? Have you ever asked yourself if you are happy with that situation, if that makes you a better person, if that makes you exercise your own rights, your own decision-making in life? Does that make you a better and improved person? Yun ang dapat nyong itanong sa sarili nyo. Because that one is possessiveness and that one is only a love for their own. It is not sharing. And when you have a relationship and if you wanted to be with someone, it's a sharing of relationship. It's a sharing of love for both of you. It's an understanding for both of you. What you do and what you do not do. And what are the things you like and what are the things they didn't like? Hindi mo pagpipilit yun. Because the moment you are going to push for it too much on a relationship, it will never do good anyway, at least. Diba? That's another story to tell. Hala, bakit nagpaparinig? Langhiya ka, host. Bakit? Wala lang naman. Ay, nasabi ko lang naman. Wala naman akong pinatatamaan doon. Alright, KM. Tusukin mo na yung nakapin. Sabi ni Jelaine. Ma'am Shitas, KM Filmer from Ma'am Shitas. Hello everyone. Ayan, Jeline, Ma'am Shitas, sisi ko, possessiveness will ruin and end up failed again and again. Absolutely. Nikki, absolutely right. Diba? Alam mo yung mga relasyon na hinahawakan ka talaga sa leeg? Na, bakit ka, saan ka na naman pupunta? Ganito, ano gagawin mo? Dapat magpipicture ka ha? Dapat picturean mo yung pinapuntahan mo kasi kailangan kong makita. Don't you have trust? Don't you have trust to your partners? Don't you have trust with the person you are in a relationship with? Don't you have trust of the person that you love? Don't you have that? Why would you need a proof? Why would you need? The only time perhaps maybe if you have proven something. Pero pag tinanggap mo naman yung tao ulit, then you have to develop another trust again. Kung ayaw mo naman tanggapin yung taong nagkasala, then you can let go of the person. But if you keep on having that kind of relationship, that you keep on demanding something, you keep on demanding kasi ganito yung gusto mo, kasi yung ganito, that is possessiveness, and possessiveness will lead into something bad in every relationship. If you want a healthy relationship, you need to have a proper understanding on what is the definition of a relationship. What is equality in a relationship? If you cannot understand that, then please don't go. Don't have a relationship. Kasi pag mawawala yung pag hindi mo naintindihan kung paano makikipagrelasyon, then it is useless to have a relationship. You will not grow. He will not grow. Both of you becomes stagnant. Both of you becomes a person who doesn't learn from one another. Bakit pa kayo magre-relasyon kung ganun lang naman mangyayari, di ba? Nothing will happen. Nika, yung pagong possessive ba ay also part ng Anong pagong? Yung pagiging sorry. Paging possessive pala. Ay, pasma si Jeline. Alright. Nika, yung pagiging possessive ba ay also part ng pagmamahal? No. Possessiveness is another form. And it is not part of loving. Because possessiveness is not loving. Something is wrong with the person. And he or she needs to fix that. Himself or herself. Kasi possessiveness is not love. And that is not how love is defined. Sure, humble. Ayan, hi Ma'am Chites. I miss you from KM Filmer. Miss ya. Alright, toxic yun, Nika. Nakakasakal. Yes. It's a toxic relationship, and toxic relationship leads to an abnormal relationship. And nobody wants an abnormal relationship, right? Possessiveness reflects the fear of losing. No, Jelaine. No. It is a fear of their own self. It could also somehow be losing, but it is not specifically losing you per se. May problema yan. A possessive person could have a bad experience in life, could have something that they have experienced during their childhood days. Mayroon silang hindi kaaya-ayang naranasan dati. But when they apply that one to the person, it is not love. It is for their own satisfaction. Hindi yan satisfaction ng partner mo. So where's the love in there? Diba yung pag-ibig is a mutual, diba sa relasyon, it's a mutual love. If you do possessiveness to one party, to the person, saan naman which part of that relationship do you consider na merong cycle yung relationship nyo? Merong umiikot na pagmamahal. Kasi ang gumagawa ng possessiveness are people who have so much fear in life. Pero sa kanila yon, not for you. So that you need to understand. Toxic worst relationship. Oh, super, Nikki. Super. This type of relationship needs to be cut. Kasi hindi ka mag-grow nito eh. Yung personal growth mo dito is very thin. Hindi ka talaga magiging normal nito. Your personal thinking, your personal focus becomes totally different. Hindi talaga, walang mangyayari talaga sa nito. You're not living in a healthy relationship anymore. If the toxic relationship comes in, your person, your being, you becomes another you. You are putting another person to you already, and it's not going to be a healthy personality. It's not going to be a healthy growth for yourself. Yes. Bakit tumatawa si Casey? Saan siya tumatawa? Napaka-serious ng tawa. Saan tawa siya? Alright, Jilin, Pagong usanay na dikitan ng Pagong. Beshi, kasi na explorer, umaambon, di tayo makashoot ng rooftop. Oh, walang shooting, Casey. Oh, no. No, yes, Nika. Oh, no, yes, Nika. Anong yes? Yung possessiveness is love? No, Jilin. Maybe you need to have consultation from Bagong. Kaya ang film, pasma Pagong. Alright. Yan ang ex ko. Sakal kong sakal. Biglang ang habang ko from work to house. Tapos na ano sabi nito? Dali lang. Masyadong mali. Alright. Habang sakal bilang ang hakbang ko from work to house. Tapos na pag na-late ng uwi, may babae na partida. Asa Saudi ka, puro lalaki ang nandun, hindi nag-iisip, toxic kaya yan. Hiwalay, yawa talaga. It's very toxic, no? Ito talaga yung very toxic part ng relationship, yung ina-accuse ka for something that you don't do. Yun kasi trust issues ang daming sakalan Ito talaga yung selos na ganyan. Alam mo yun, wala namang proven fact na, hindi naman proven na meron kang history of that. But, pinupush pa din that you are doing this. Ganito, kung wala kang trust sa relasyon, huwag kang magrelasyon. It's as simple as that. Madaliin natin, bigyan natin ng literal na kahulugan. If you cannot trust a person, don't have a relationship. Have a relationship for yourself. Masakit mang sabihin, but if you have a trust issues, and if you can't trust someone, and if you can't trust your partner that you are in relationship with, don't have a relationship. Remember that kung sino yung gumagawa ng kabulastugan, yung mas kasamaan, kung sino yung may kabit, nagaganon-ganon, it is not your loss as a person. It's his loss. Kasi ginawa niya yan, you are still whole again. Wala kang konsensya na aabutan sa sarili mo, you're still whole. Kaya nga, it's very important for a woman to be very independent. Kasi kadalasan sa mga babae nagiging dependent sila because they are primarily very dependent to the person. So wala silang magagawa kundi habol na lang ng habol because they are very dependent to the person. Kaya it is very important for a woman to be very dependent on herself. Kasi if you are very dependent to yourself, you can just give trust to someone, to the person you're in love with or you're having relationship with. At kapag sinira niya, i-ultimato mo si lalaki. Bibigyan kita ng trust. I'll give you all the trust in the world. But kapag hindi mo inaalagaan at kapag nahuli kita, one time, you will not have a second chance. Pag sinabi mo yan sa lalaki and you are that confident because you know your capacity and you know your self-worth, hahabulin ka pa ng lalaki because the man would think that I could never find a woman like this. That's only very rare. You have to remember that. You have to remember that. Pero if you are a needy person, yung talagang habol ka ng habol, ba't ka ganun? Bakit hindi ka ganun? Ganito. Ang dami mong ang dami mong ginagawa. Mababae ka na naman doon. Bakit ka iniwan? Bakit ganito? Man doesn't like that. Men doesn't like that. You are a woman and you are doing that, stop doing it. Iiwan ka talaga. Trust me. Trust me, iiwan ka talaga. Because men likes independent women and women with conviction. They want that. Kasi alam nila na iiwan nila sa bahay yan na walang gagawing masama. And that person here in a relationship, they know that it's very strong because they know na kahit in the absence of time, they can still stand. At yun yung uuwian ng lalaki because they need and they want a woman na hindi needy, na hindi yung kahit yung konting-konting, bakit na naman ganito, bakit na naman, ganun ka na naman. Trust the person. And if that person lies to you, if the guy is not ready and they are trying to commit mistakes to you, leave the person. Huwag mong habulin. You find another one. It's as simple as that. Diba? Ayan, I agree, host from Nikki. Alright. Kawawa naman si Humble. Move on na, Humble. Uy, sayang pagkagwapo. Napakabaon ka sa sakit yesterday mo. Oo nga, Humble. Diba? Ay, parang nag-move on naman siya, bebe. Parang okay naman si Humble. Parang past lang naman niya yung tinatakal niya. But I think he's moved on. Alright? Nika, need ko na mag-rest ha. Thank you sa advice. Love ya. Ayun. Ingat, Sisi. Love ya. Thank you so much for your time as well. Ingat ka dyan. And take care of your heart kasi you need that one for the next time. Alright? Naligaw yung comment si Renemen. Ha? Ayan, sa dami mong pinapasukan, Casey, ligaw ka ng ligaw. When there's no sense of possessiveness or ownership in an artistic process, great things happen. When there's, yes, absolutely. Yan nga sinasabi ko, Sisi Jelaine. Diba? Yan nga yung sinasabi ko Yung relasyon, mas magaan, mas maganda, if there is no sense of possessiveness. Kasi that possessiveness makes you even feel a bad situation of a relationship. Eto, we have to remember that in relationship, the understanding needs to be present in both parties. Hindi lang naman yung pakikipagrelasyon, hindi lang naman kasi yung relasyon pagiging, ay kasi mahal ko siya kasi kinikilig ako. That doesn't end there. We have to remember that. Diba? Punta muna ng doctor. Okay, Ma'am Chitas. Ingat, Ma'am Chitas. Thank you so much for coming as well. And good night to you. Alright, thumbs up, Papa. Maraming salamat. AGV mega love shout out to you. Thank you so much for coming. I agree from Casey the Explorer. Ma'am Chitas, hello. Alright. Is his loss-loss? Is his loss-loss talaga? Pag yung lalaki gumagawa ng kabulustigan in a relationship, stand as a woman, stand as a strong woman. Men like strong women. Men likes women who are not needy, who are not clingy. Women that are so much clingy, it annoys men. So you have to know where you stand. You have to be strong enough for yourself to be able to stand as a strong woman. Wag ka namang magiging weak. Wag kayong need ng lalaki. Yung parang pinupush mo na yung lalaki to the highest limit. Wala hindi mangyayari yan Remember yung need mo, binibigyan mo ng so much attention yung lalaki, sinasabihan mo, bakit ganito? Bakit hindi ka tumawag ng ganitong oras? Anong ginagawa mo? Sino na naman kasama mo? Stuff like that. Once again, let me remind. If the man loves you, he will find a way to call you. He will find a way to be with you. He will find a way to communicate with you. But if he doesn't, something is wrong with the relationship. You always have to know that. Diba? Sabi ni ADG, mag-solo na lang. Yes, totoo naman, Sisi, diba? Oo. Okay, kung ikaw yung typical na tao na very possessive, na talagang demand ka ng demand, huwag ka makipagrelasyon. Uy, kasi yung relasyon mo, failure lang talaga lahat yan. Lahat talaga mangyayari dyan. Promise. Count me in. Independent. Yeah, independent women. Diba? You have to be very independent for that. Alright, humble. KM Filmer, hirap tanggapin na nang bababae ako. Ano ba? Pwede bang nalalaki? Kasi puro lalaki na. Absolutely. Nalalaki na tuloy. Alright? Next one from Casey the Explorer. You should know your worth. Of course. Kailangan mong alamin. My goodness. Ayan, patusok ng premiere. AGB TV may premiere. CC, AGB, Papa, ipipin ko to CC ha. Sandali lang. Saan ba to saan ba tong ano kay AGV? Wala ako. Saan to? Nasaan to? AGV. Here. Ayan, AGV TV po. Patusok naman po, please. Thank you so much. Tusukin ko muna to kay CC AGV, ha? Ayan, CC, tapos na. Dali lang. Tusukin ko muna before ko ako bumalik. Alright, going back. Sino ba? Okay, sabi ni Kayong Filmer, alright, pinaparatangan ka pala humble. Dapat talaga humble, di yan kinakalimutan. Ipaglalaban natin yan humble. Walang hustisya. Yeah, absolutely, 100 ME, iwan kita pag ganyan ka. Yawa! Ay, syempre, totoo, di ba? Oo. Kahit naman siguro, even, kahit ako, yung parang, yung ganon, yung super demands, yung parang, I have a life of my own. Yung parang, kasi, for example, if I'm going to base it on my end, I would ask the man, sasabihin ko talaga, I have my life also. Hindi naman pwedeng puro ganito na lang, di ba? Bibigyan kita, mag-usap tayo. You have your life as well, even if we have this together, but you have yours as well. And I have mine. We have to exercise it, no? Di ba? Yung parang ganun, para fair. And the relationship will be even more stronger. Kasi you are very much open for both of you, right? Usually men don't like independent women. Actually, hindi sisi. You probably have the wrong crowd. Hindi naman lahat ng lalaki gusto independent women. There are women who falls into the wrong crowd of men. Eto, I will explain this to you, Sisi, ha? Kasi if a woman is looking for a dominant man, okay, let's discuss this. If a woman is looking for a dominant man, yung dominanting mga lalaki, these are men who are businessmen, most of the time, businessmen, yung parang talagang in position in life. Those men are not looking for independent women. They're looking for women who are sunod-sunuran because they are looking for a display girlfriend. They are looking for a Barbie girlfriend. They are primarily looking for very guapa, very sexy, very presentable. They're looking for someone that they can just present. They are not looking for a wife. Those are the men that probably belongs to that crowd. But in general, men who are normal in the normal category lang, and the commoner category, yung very normal lang talaga, yung hindi extraordinary men, most of them are looking for independent women. They like women who can stand their own. They like women who can, yung hindi, iba naman kasi yung definition probably yung sa independent ng iba, no? Probably yung iba na independent, yun yung parang super naman maldita, yung ganon. Hindi naman. Independent women can just stand their own. They are capable to love, yung marunong magmahal, marunong magano, but they are independent. They are, most of the time, hindi yung needy ng mga babae, yung mga, bakit ganito, bakit ganyan, bakit hindi ganyan. Yun. Kasi mas maganda yung relasyon if both of you can exercise a good type of relationship. Diba? Hindi naman ibig sabihin nun that if you are independent, hindi ka na marunong sa bed. Diba? You are still very good in that part, but you are just independent. You are not needy. You are not the type of person who are always wanted, na talaga namang sinusuyo palagi all the time. That's not reality. That's fantasy. Humble barista, yawa ba? Thumbs love from Casey the Explorer. Casey, natusok ko na ang kanina ang LS mo ng premiere mo. AGV TV, oo. Ayan, thank you AGV TV. Alright. Late ka, nagbabasa. Uy, kanina pa pala yan. Yan pala host, Nika. Okay. Yan, Jeline, mid-snack mo. Gumagana ata ngayon. Ganang-gana eh. Kain na kain kasi yan eh. Alright, independent women don't need men who is toxic. Yes! Oo, eto, tama to. This one is the right one. Alright, independent women doesn't need men who are toxic. Absolutely true. Maganda, di ba? Pag hindi toxic yung lalaki, yung parang kulang chill. Kasi maganda yung relasyon eh. Marami kayong nagagawa sa buhay. Di ba? Both of you can do a lot of things. And you can enjoy more being together. Di ba? Pag toxic, ang hirap. Di ba? Agree, Casey the Explorer. And ladies, follow your instinct. Oh, women power. Di ba? Women power. Correct me if I'm wrong. Kaya ganyan, nanakal kasi siya mismo. May kalandi ang iba, inaway ka lang para maghiwalay ka. Ay, that's another story. Di ba, Humble? That's another story. Ano ka na lang, yung parang ginawa na lang ng paraan para maghiwalay. Perhaps there was no feeling at all anymore. Baka ayaw naman talaga niya sa'yo. Or baka wala na lang talaga siyang feeling sa'yo. Or baka may nakita talaga siyang bago. And these kinds of relationships happen most of the time. And this types of relationship doesn't deserve to be in a relationship. If one person is in this type of relationship, dapat wala. They are not supposed to be in a relationship. They should supposed to not to have a relationship at all. Totally no relationship at all. Para naman, di ba? Baka naman kasi kailangan nila sarili lang nila, di ba? They don't really need you to be there. Di ba? Alright, agree from Nikki. Kasi, Casey the Explorer, 90% instincts most of the time is right. Absolutely. May mga 10% lang talaga na loka-loka. Hindi naman lahat ng instinct ng babae ay talagang tama. But a certain percentage of it, yes, it is true. Totoo yan. Pero may mga babae talaga na loka-loka din, di ba? Di man natin pwede i-blame lahat din naman sa lalaki, di ba? There are just women who are loka-loka by nature. So they just can't handle it. Ano na lang sila, ang tawag doon, yung parang accused ng accused. Yun. Pag independent women kasi, usually, bahala ka sa buhay mo. Absolutely. Ganun yun. Kasi, you are independent and it's okay. Okay, magloko ka, go ahead. Pag magloko ka, sasabihin lang ng independent woman, okay, magloko ka, go ahead, you big head. Diba? Humble barista, if men are ready na, that's the time they will settle. Yes, absolutely. And if the man really thinks na it's time, they will settle. And if they want to settle, they find the right woman for them. And they find the woman that they can be with. Yung talagang pangmatagalan talaga. Yung till death do us part. And they will absolutely find that. If whenever they wanted to and whenever they want to really venture into a new status of their life. Ganun lang naman yan eh. Simpleng-simple lang naman talaga ang buhay eh. People are making life so much complicated. Diba? Mahal mo yung tao, ano ka, ganun, share your love kasi hindi naman kulang yung pagmamahal mo, but never ever find love for someone because you want them to complete you. It's a wrong move. Never do that, please. Mali yung pindot ko. Yeah. Sabi ni Jelaine dito, may nakuha na naman ang babae. Sabi niya, the power you have is to be the best version of yourself you can be so you can create a better world. Make a better place for you and for me and the entire human race. CPR is the key. Diba, Sisi? Totoong-totoo naman talaga yan eh. Mas maganda. Sabi nga dito, spending time apart. Eto, makinig kayo, ha? Keep your values and spending time apart gives you a clear head and new perspective of life. When you constantly with the same person all the time, you're surrounded by the same opinion, perspective, and outlook on everything. It states in the study that kapag yung relasyon ay palagi na lang kayo, walang magbabago sa pananaw mo sa buhay. You will have the same thinking, you will have the same view sa buhay mo. Wala kang matutunan, walang magbabago sa'yo. Kasi kayo lang dalawa eh. You are limiting yourself to both of you. You are not capable to learn new ideas. But the moment you allow the relationship to be with other people, to be with friends, to give time na hindi na lang kayo palagi nagkadikitan, hindi na kayo palagi ng dalagang 24/7 kayo na lang, then you will they will begin more to appreciate na mas mamimiss mo yung tao, mas mamahalin mo pa yung tao, mas matututo ka ng mga bagong bagay, hindi lang yung hindi ka stagnated on the learnings from him or from her. You will have a good learning because you are opening yourself to be with other people. Hindi lang kayong dalawa. Diba? That's why wag papahulog sa mga pag-atik ng mga lalaki. May hugot na naman si Casey the Explorer. Sasabihin single pero may sabit na pala. That is very true. No? Ang dami talaga nakaka-encounter ng ganyan. Yung mga may sabit, may mga anak na sila, pero pala sabi pala, no, I'm single. Tapos mga malalaki na pala yung mga anak nila. Diba? Dapat maging NBI. Totoo. Ay, dapat NBI talaga. Di ba pwedeng FBI lang ng konti? Mm-hmm. Madami akong kilala dyan. Ako din, madami akong kilala. Dami ko talagang friends na ganito, promise. Hindi nga lang ako mapagsalita kasi mga kaibigan ba, alam mo yung very, very good friends mo, tapos may mga anak, tapos pag nakita mo talaga, sinasabi, ganun lang, tapos hindi naman ako mapagsalita, hindi ko naman pwedeng laglagin kasi kaibigan naman, di ba? Hindi naman malaglag. So, yun, zipper na lang tayo sa bibig. Ayan, you cannot live your life looking at yourself from someone else's point of view. Absolutely. Hindi. Alam mo yung natututo ka from your own, natututo ka from your friends, from outside the circle that you have. Pero pag if you limit yourself, doon lamang sa inyong dalawa, kasi you thought that the world is only evolving because of you. Kasi kayong dalawa nag-i-evolve sa mundo. What kind of relationship is that? Would you be rather having that kind of relationship and not learn at all, and you have the learning that's being stagnated, or you wanted to have a relationship but you are also learning at the same time? Wouldn't that be so amazing? Wouldn't that be so good? Right? I believe that would be that would be a type of relationship that needs to be done. Humanap ka ng tao na magmamahal sa'yo or mamahalin mo not because you lack that love. Again, hanap ka ng mamahalin mo because you wanted to share your love. Kasi buo ka. Buo yung pagmamahal mo, you just wanted to share. Hindi yung magmamahal ka ng tao kasi kailangan mo yung pagmamahal niya na magpupuno sa kulang ng pagmamahal mo o sa kulang ng puso mo. That is a wrong move. Oo, yung iba nandito. Oo, sino? Di ko kilala. Sino kaya yung iba? Di ko nakilala yon. Ayan, ako Casey the Explorer, pa-NBI mo. Pa-NBI talaga? Yes, you can learn from others. Absolutely. Yung learning naman kasi will always come from others. You cannot just get it from yourself or from your partner. You have to explore more. Diba? You have to be a better you. Learn it from the people that surrounds you. Learn it from someone that can actually contribute. Kasi there you will become a better person, a better version of yourself, di ba? Kilala ko ba yun, Casey the Explorer? PM is the key. Kung sino yun? Bakit hindi ko kilala? Sabi ni Nikki, burnout. Yes, burnout talaga. Super burnout. As in, a literal burnout. Nakakapagod po yan. Very nakakapagod. Kaya nga sabi, di ba, sabi ni Nikki, exactly host. Yes, kaya nga, wala mang perfect relationship. No, there are no perfect relationship. And that is the truth. There are no perfect relationship. But you can always make a better relationship. You just have to be a better version of yourself. Naman ako, how? Bawling ticket, Casey the Explorer. Bakit nag-iilong ko si Humble? Ilonggo ba si Humble? Bakit nag-iilonggo si Humble? Hindi ko maintindihan si Humble, nag-iilonggo na siya. Gulo ko sa Humble, ha? Okay. Diba? See you guys, I hope you learned something out from tonight. Kasi, it's very nice and it's very good to hear that meron kayong nalalaman. We can naiintindihan ka na. You learned something new out of our Straight Talk Friday. Diba? Kasi mas maganda talaga if we really learn from it. And we really truly understood yung purpose talaga ng buhay. Diba? Ano naman kaya nga, and another thing again, kasi may tanong dito, how much time? Sabi dito, how much time is the right time? How much time is the right amount of time? Kasi nga sabi nila, di ba, yung relationship daw, kasi sa relationship, if it's too much time spent, nakakasira talaga siya ng relasyon. If it's way too much. Yung talagang wala na kayong time sa isa't isa, mismo sa sarili nyo, because you're spending it too much for your own self. Yung sarili nyo lang. Kayo lang dalawa, walang iba. Diba? Sabi dito, finding the right balance in a relationship, especially in the beginning, may be hard for many, and no couple is exactly the same. Boundaries in relationships are not toxic. You have to remember this. This is what I've said earlier. The boundaries in the relationship are not toxic. They're actually healthy and important in keeping a relationship strong and successful. No matter how much you love someone, they've never worth losing you over. Ito yung pinaka-importante. You set boundaries to yourself. Hindi yung wala na kayong boundaries kasi kailangan kayo na lang dalawa forever, kailangan kayo na lang always together, kailangan walang ibang taong pwede makapasok kasi kailangan kayo lang dalawa because you both love each other, and then you have demand for your partner na dapat ito lang gagawin, and the other party also demands it something, I need you to be always with me, kailangan tayo lang dalawa kasi nagmamahalan tayo, sabi nga natin till death do us part, we cannot live without each other. Sa drama lang po yan, sa teleserye lang po yan nakikita. Alright? Sa totoong buhay, it doesn't exist. You need time because we are human beings. We need time to celebrate for ourselves. We need time to be with other beings. We need time to be with friends. We cannot live a life that is just you and me. That's a BS. That is a big BS. You cannot understand a certain relationship unless you are going to be in the situation. And for those new and haven't been in the relationship, if you wanted to have a successful and if you wanted to have a healthy relationship, you give time, a personal space. You set boundaries. Your personal space is your personal space. The personal space of your partner or the person in relationship with should be their space as well. Alright? Baugid ya, kabalo kahaw. Damo sabot. Ayan. Oo, may anak ako, madami, sa banyo at kumot. Kasi, mga tiyanak yun, Humble. Alright? Manghipos na lang ko direya, di na ko mag-ambag. Alright, talaga. Bakit naman? What are the differences between women having money and not having money, Mika? Alright, eto na. It's not really, I don't know if the question fits right. Kasi if I am going to paraphrase the question, probably the question would be, what are the differences between women who are dependent and independent? Perhaps. Kasi this is very subjective question, si Jeline. May mga babae naman kasi, if I'm going to answer this one, I will be very subjective in this one kasi hindi naman siguro money yung issue dito Bakit ba? Kailangan ba talaga may pera yung babae? Or kailangan ba talaga may pera or walang pera? I think the best question for this one should be, what are the differences between women that are independent and dependent? I think that question should supposed to be the one you are asking. And I'm going to answer that one. The difference between dependent women and independent women are actually totally opposite and totally big. Kasi a dependent woman can decide on their own. A dependent woman can generate their own. An independent woman does not rely with the decisions with men. They talk about decisions, but they do not rely decisions. That's an independent woman. And independent women are not scared to lose their men because they know that when you leave them, they will survive. All right? And if you tell them that you don't love them, independent women will say, masakit siya, but I'm willing to let you go. If that's what makes you happy, because you don't love me anymore, I'm letting you go. The difference between independent women and dependent women is that dependent women will always be subjective to all the decisions of their men. They become submissive. Too much submissive that they don't have any decisions for their own. Second, dependent women cannot move by just their own self. Kasi kailangan nilang may mga ritual pa silang ginagawa bago makapagsabi ang oo ng kanilang partner. But their partner will say, no, you can't go. Dependent women cannot. They will not justify. They will not fight for the right because they are dependent. Dependent women will always be submissive women. Most of the time, at least. Jutay kabalo, Casey. Alright. Ambot sa imo, hipos na lang kadara. Alright. Chilling, pag may money, may pang chowking. Ang wala, manggulo kasi baka Strong independent women with or without money can stand on their own. Absolutely. Kaya nga si Jillian, this is not an issue about women having money or not, because this is not about having money. Independent women or dependent women does not really correlate or at least have a connection with money at all. Kasi it is not an issue about money. This is about your will. This is about you to stand being a strong woman. Hindi naman kasi ibig sabihin na kapag yung babae follow ng orders ng lalaki na ganito, ganun talaga sa lalaki, hindi naman ibig sabihin yun mahal niya yung lalaki eh. It doesn't justify that. There are just women that are falling in love with being dependency. They call it dependency love. Kasi yung love niya, kinukuha niya sa pagiging dependent. Sunod na sunod siya because they don't have a choice. Hindi naman ibig sabihin na kapag yung babae nagsiservisyo talaga ng lalaki, yung parang, ay, dadating na yung asawa ko, takot na siya, nagpre-prepare na siya ng mga pagkain, ganun. Hindi naman ibig sabihin nun because they love their men. Not all. Not all. Most of the time, ginagawa nila yon kasi wala rin naman silang choice. Otherwise, di rin sila bibigyan ng pang-shopping, di rin sila bibigyan ng other things, and that's what mostly. Kasi, pag mahal nyo naman ang isa't isa, if you are together and you love each other, even if you are independent woman, you still have the part of you na you know na uuwi yung asawa ko, my husband is coming, I'll prepare something for him. I'll prepare something nice for him. It comes voluntarily. Lumalabas yun kasi mahal mo yung asawa mo, mahal mo yung lalaki, mahal mo yung karelasyon mo. Lumalabas yun as natural. Hindi yun pinipilit. And that's the difference. Julalay naman ang peg nun. Oo, Sisi. Independent women know how to weigh things. Absolutely, Sisi Palangging Mens. Totoo. Casey, men shouldn't respect his partner too. Men should respect his partner too. Yun nga eh, there are mutual respect. If you are truly compatible couple, if you are truly the couple who truly matches and love each other, incompatible at compatible kayo, wala kayong ganun eh. Kasi asawa ka, dapat magserbisyo ka. There are no rules, to be honest. Remember, in this life, in this generation, and in this situation, there's no designation according to gender. Kasi ba, babae ka, dapat ikaw na lang lahat, magsiservisyo, tapos magtatrabaho ka pa, yung ganon, that is so unfair, diba? So if you guys who love each other, you know your limitations, you know your boundaries, alam nyo kung saan kayo papasok sa relasyon. Because you love each other. Kaya nag-uusap kayo. Diba? That would be so nice. Ayan. Sabi ni Nikki, dependent women may tendency na iiwan a lot actually. A lot of times. A lot of times. Be an independent thinker at all times. Oo, kasi naman, eto naman, tignan mo. Don't you think na maganda yung relasyon na kapag kayong dalawa ay nagtutulungan? You know what I mean? Both of you are helping each other. And you are growing as a couple, as a person. You are growing eh. So don't you think that will make even the relationship more stronger? Kasi ikaw mag-iisip ka, yung mahal ko, my partner is really trying hard for us. Tapos yung partner mo naman, nakikita ka naman, uy, my partner is really trying hard for us. Alam mo, you are talking about us already. Hindi yung isa, tapos yung isa nagsasabi na ganito. Tapos yung isa, wala rin namang, very, very dependent, wala rin namang maaambag. O wala rin namang magagawa doon sa relasyon. Diba? So, magkakaproblema talaga siya. To most people, doon magkakaproblema. Kasi either one of you, mabuburyo talaga. Kasi iisipin mo na, parang abnormal na talaga. Our dreams, hindi namin makukuha yung mga dreams namin. At kapag nasabi niyo naman, bakit nag-work sa iba? Nag-work siya, especially sa teleserye, nag-work talaga. Diba? Ayan. Independent women are ready in pros and cons. Totoo. Men should respect dependent women may tendency na iiwan. Be an independent thinker at all times and ignore anyone who attempts to define you in a limiting way. Of course. Minahal dahil sa pera ending tulfo. Oo, minahal, nagpatulfo na sagasaan. Alright, Nikki, yes. Mang-iiwan yun if they think their partners don't know how to respect them. Absolutely. Respect, love, that should be present in the relationship. And truly powerful women don't explain why they want respect. They simply don't engage with those who don't give. Absolutely. Naiinis makakita pag sitting pretty yung guy, tas yung babae, ako din. Parang, my God, this is so insulting for women, no? Na ginagawang muchacha yung babae, nakakapag ganun-ganun lang, tapos, wala na. Yung parang, my God, women so disrespected. Ano to, yaya? Katulong? Eller? Ba? Huwag naman ganun. Yes, Casey the Explorer, if that woman is also not respectable, absolutely, that's a given fact. Isip kasi ng ibang men, ang asawa nila, julalay, kasi sila nagpapapasok ng pera. Totoo! That's why women needs to know their stand. That's why women needs to be independent as well so that they are going to be even. Diba? Kasi if you are even and if you guys are even with things, hindi ka pwedeng mamaliitin ni lalaki. You are together because you love each other, but you are not together because one needs to service one another to the other party. Katulong yon, diba? Voluntarily being the wife, you know your role. Diba? Alam mo naman yun eh. Hindi ka lang gagawing katulong, but you know your role na being wife, na you need to lambing your husband, you need to, at least man lang, yung parang, si husband nyo, parang pair kayong dalawa. Alam mo yung, uy, hati tayo ha, every MWF, ikaw naman yung luto ng ganito ha, tapos TTH ako naman ganito kasi may schedule, yung schedule mo naman is this. Napakasarap ng relationship if both of you are doing that. The relationship is really, really more attractive and your relationship becomes even more appreciative to other people and to yourself as well kasi alam nyo that you are helping each other diba? Palangging, I have a question. Can you call a woman an independent if she is a submissive? Depending on the category of submission. Kasi may mostly sisi Palangging, alam mo kasi most submissive talaga are dependent. Most submissive women are dependent. But depending on which category we are talking about, kasi by definition naman kasi sa submissive naman kasi lahat ginagawa nila Alam mo yun, sila talaga yung nagpapakababa. Lahat, pati yung paglilinis ng mga paa ng asawa nila, yung mga ganito ginagawa nila. Most of the time, at least higher percentage of women who does that one are women who doesn't work, are women who doesn't have their own income, are women who doesn't just have their own decisions, that they can make their own decisions kasi wala naman silang wala silang masasabi that they are also having an income of their own. Yun kadalasan yung nangyayari talaga. Most of the time. At least most of the time. So, in essence, in general, if I'm going to tell the story on this part, the submissive women, most of the time, they are the dependent ones. And I think they are not the independent women. Alright? Ayan, especially if may anak na sila, halos magkandakuba na ang babae sa pag-aalaga ng anak, yung lalaki, wapakels. Mahirap naman yun. That's not a relationship. I cannot say that's a healthy relationship. I don't think it's a healthy relationship. But that would probably depend. If siguro komportable yung babae, because ang babae naman kasi pag wala rin naman siyang ginagawa, wala rin naman talagang ginagawa, and then that part could be done by the woman. Kasi yung kumikita naman ng pera is sila lalaki. So perhaps yun na yung pinaka-best na ma-contribute niya sa relationship. And that is probably fair enough. 'Di ba? But some women or men are just after for money or material things, in short, user. Yeah, of course. If may mga kategoryang ganyan talaga, we don't have any control for that. True, especially nowadays, Nikki. Yes, di ako ganun, Casey the Explorer. Bakit guilty ka, humble barista? Alright? Di ako guilty, hinahangayaan ko na nga siya. Alright? Casey Explorer, there are also some women na don't care for their kids. Absolutely. With or without income, they should not do it for their partners. Depende sa, supposed to be, no? Para even naman. Pero, it's also a choice, eh. It's also a choice. If they're comfortable with it, then sometimes we can't judge their decisions in that matter. Ayoko na nga invade yung space ko. Kung gusto ko gumala, di gumala ako. Gumala ka. Basta pag uwi mo, dapat may pasalubong akong chippy. Kasalanan na din ng babae yon. Yes, absolutely. So we all have choices to make. And if our choices to make is bad, then that we are accountable to our decisions and our choices. Right? So if we make a choice and our choices goes to the other way around, then we have to be accountable and responsible with our choices. All right? Guys, maraming salamat. I am overdue with my time right now. In as much as I wanted to continue in here, but I am running out of time. Maraming salamat sa inyo lahat. Hindi ko na kayo maisa-isa. For everyone who's in here tonight, maraming salamat po. These are all well appreciated for spending the time with me. All right? Officially, we are at 11:47 p.m. I'm over 3 hours already spending time with you. I had a really good time, and I had a good conversations with every one of you. I got so much learnings from you, as well as you got from me, in as much as you are getting from me. So it is a win-win situation, and it is really a two-way relationship. Guys, maraming salamat po. And once again, have a very good weekend. Until Monday, Marupok Monday. See you once again. And have a good night, everyone. God bless you all. Bye for now.